Yo, people, welcome back. Welcome back. Aston Villa versus Chelsea Watchalong. It's an absolute pleasure. Some people are new here. They think we're early. We're here on time. The only difference is other things are happening around us that are slightly distracting. Have I got a game up right now? Yes, I do. Am I paying attention to what's going on in the 3 o'clock kickoffs? Yes, I am. We will be watching. However, as much as it brings a smile to my face that certain other things are transpiring currently, we'll see how they end. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm really not going to sugarcoat this. I didn't do a preview. I said to you guys last week on All You Can Eat Chelsea, canned, because if I had done a preview for this game, it would have just been more misery. More misery. Whether it's Madueke's injury or it's the quotes and comments and the switcheroos, which I just personally can't be asked to entertain. You know my thoughts now. You read it for yourselves. You know what's happening. You know what's going on. Little slap on the wrist. Bad boy. Say what you need to say. Okay, cool. Okay, whatever. I don't care anymore. I really don't care. I'd actually rather just preview now. I'd rather now just watch the football. Let's see what happens. I think we all know we're underdogs going into this game. We should be winning this game if we're at our very best at the start of the season. But we're coming into this game with a very different feeling, a very different mood. We've got players that are injured. We've got players that are out of position. Is the manager going to make a massive switch today and change things up and throw some curveballs? Hopefully. Hopefully Aston Villa are just really tired after the 2-2 draw with Liverpool. But if we're talking man for man, shot for shot, intensity for intensity, whatever you want to say, they've got it covered today, Aston Villa, on us. It feels anyway going in. So it feels very much like we're walking into a trap. After this, we got some good games that I'd expect us to get 2 wins out of 2. But this game, not confident. Not confident. We just don't seem to have the bit between us at the moment to come and do a job. And really, if you're going to come to Villa Park and win, it's not going to be a pleasant match for you. It's not going to be a fantastic experience. Play on the eye and beautiful football. You got to dig in. You got to show resilience. You got to show maturity. You got to show game management. You got to show these things. Gonna have to ride the waves. They're gonna have chances. I just don't trust us to ride those waves. But let's see how it goes. At the moment, at the Emirates, it is Arsenal 0, West Ham 1. So we'll see how that goes in the second half. I'm going through the chat right now. We've got all the scores from the 3 o'clock kickoffs that I'll keep you updated with whilst we're here. Bournemouth are 1-0 down to Wolves. Cunha with a goal again. That guy is definitely leaving. I think he's got a release clause in his new contract. He's 100% leaving in the summer. There's no way he stays. That guy is single-handedly taking them out of the relegation battle. I think it's pretty obvious that the 3 teams in the bottom 3 are going straight down. None of them have a Cunha. Bournemouth down to 10 men. Fulham 1-0 down to Palace as well. Ipswich 2-1 down at home to Tottenham, but they did get a goal back from being 2-0 down. Amari Hutchinson there. And Brighton are 1-0 up against Southampton. And of course, Everton 2, Man United 2 in the lunchtime kickoff. They were 2-0 down. I actually expected Everton to win that, but Man United somehow managed to put it back. Not that it means anything because, hey, culture comes. Hey, if this was Chelsea, if this was Arsenal, if this was Liverpool, there would be breaking news every hour about this Manchester United side. This record-breaking, embarrassing, not even 40 points yet on the board. How many games in? It just goes to show they're not a bigger club than we thought. Not as big a club as we thought, because it's not being talked about enough, in my opinion. I know you did a watch-along today. I was watching. It's not being talked about enough. Manchester United's horrendous season. It's not being spoken about enough. Must not be a big club. It's just being passed aside now. In fact, I saw them celebrating on certain content about a 2-2, saying, you know what? I know it was sarcasm. But, hey. I saw the thread. It's doing the runners now. Everybody's retweeting. Brother, rise. Rise. But lineups are out in 5 minutes for us. Let's see what the team is. If Nkuku's up front again, what can we do at this point? Tyreek George, after his cameo against Brighton, may as well start the kid. You could play him on the right. You could play him on the left. Heck, you could even play him up front. I don't care. Just please do something different. Do something different. That's all I ask. I've spoken about a back three with wing backs before, maybe Gusto and Neto as wing backs on their favoured foot, on their sides. I've spoken about Cole Palmer false nine. I've spoken about now Tyreek George is coming into the conversation because Madueke's out. Just do something different. That's all I ask. Come with a different plan. Come with a strategy. If you're going to play the same way, you're going to get the same results because we are not equipped to come here and do any different to what we've done. But let's see how it goes. But yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Do you know what? Going to Everton and getting a point, no joke, no laugh, not a bad result. Like, Liverpool dropped points there. We dropped points there when we were actually in good form. That was the start of the decline just before Christmas. Everton away, especially with David Moyes and the form they're in, tough place to go. It's not actually a terrible point, I'll be honest, 2-2, to come from 2-0 down, but obviously it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, Arsenal, I'm sure in this second half are just going to keep West Ham in their half. I'm sure West Ham are parking it now, and they're just going to simply hold out for that result. Any result for West Ham is a massive result and a massive detriment to Arsenal. But I'm not going to be reviewing it, don't worry, because I know when I did my Liverpool review in the midweek, for some reason there was just Arsenal fans everywhere, scattered amongst the place. And I'm not even talking to you guys anymore. Last season I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Liverpool. I'm going to review the Liverpool game tomorrow. I'm speaking to Liverpool fans now. Like, we're not conversing at the moment, so you don't need to worry. This is, if this stays how it is, fear not. I am not even covering it. I'm not even conversating about it. It's not important. It's not necessary. I'm talking to someone else. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know. I understand if it's jealousy. If you want my attention after this game, if you want me to review this, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm talking to someone else at the moment. And if you don't mind, we'd like our privacy. We're just having a conversation. It's not even gone that far in the relationship, so please. But yeah, let's see. Tosin and Achimpong. Have the lineups gone out? Have the lineups gone out? Not yet. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Just to remind you, if you're not remembering the injuries, there is no Guiu. There is no Datro Fofana. Washington has gone to Santos on loan, which was always expected to go through, so that doesn't really surprise me, to be honest, even though we do need a striker. But it is what it is. And then also Fofana, Badiashile, Lavia, Reece James. I don't even know anymore. I can't remember the latest. I can't even remember with Reece James. Honestly, you let me know. I don't remember with him. But yeah. And Madueke. And I'm sure Sanchez will probably be back in goal, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, 1 minute until the lineups drop. That is why we are early, by the way, because we like to have a little. Now that I ain't doing the previews, I'm having, and don't worry, it doesn't mean I'm releasing less, but there will be other things coming that are just better. You don't know until you see it, So I'm just going to provide something a bit better for you lot, because what are we really doing here, listening to these back and forth words that don't really hold much weight, it feels right now, in regards to pressers. Let's see, can we get the lineups? Reece James is fit, yeah? Good. So is he fit to start? I wouldn't mind the captain starting, leading by example. It's really important that we have him out there. Hopefully he's out there. Let's see. Why are people like, oh, he's fit? You should, come on. Brother, he could have pulled it. He could have pulled something midweek for all I know. A little tweak here and there. Let's be serious. He starts, yeah? Okay. Let me see the lineups. Right, so yeah, he does start. So this is the team. Jorgensen actually starts. He keeps his place. He did say in a presser a couple of weeks back that he's got a new Premier League #1 goalkeeper. So glad that that's actually maintained and he's stuck with it, even though Jorgensen was not good in the last game. Gusto, Reece James, Chalobah, Colwell, Cucurella. This feels like a back 3/5. Might be getting a back three with wing backs today. Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, Neto, and Cuckoo. This feels like a 3-4-3. Unless somebody's playing somewhere that I wasn't expecting, it feels like a 3-4-3. It feels like, and I'm going to write it up and put it up on screen, but it feels like Gusto will be a wing back. It feels like Cucurella will be a wing back, and James, Chalobah, and Cole will be the back three. You've got your midfield two, as always, and you've got Palmer, Neto, and Nkuku. Nkuku up front, disappointing. I keep asking for him to perform. I keep asking for him to turn up. He doesn't. So I'm asking again, politely. But am I expecting? No. Then we've got Palmer, who really, there's no way he's playing right wing, because he never does. And if he was to put Palmer right wing, Gusto right back, it just doesn't make sense playing a back four, because now you're putting Reece James with Chalobah, Colwell left back, and Cucurella in midfield. So that can't be it. So yeah, I think it is what we said first, which was a back three, so a 3-4-3, which is a step in the right direction. We have spoken about the 3-4-3 before as a way of potentially getting two strikers on the pitch as well. If you was to go to a 3-4-1-2, and have two people pressing from the front and go with Palmer in the 10 if you wanted to stick with that. Does potentially leave the midfield a little bit exposed and a little bit open. Maybe, and by the way, it depends how we play the back three, because if we play a back five and everybody's in a line and we don't really push people forward and we're very, very conservative and defensive, that might not be what you guys want to see. But it might actually be what we need to stop leaking goals. If anything, we do need to think about at times defend first, attack second. I know it's not what people want to see, but results are results. We need them. Maybe it is wise to go with a flat five, let Villa dominate the ball, let them come onto us and try and hit them on the break. I would have preferred maybe someone else other than Nkuku if we were going to try and counter, because he's not exactly very quick at the moment or good at holding up the ball. But again, that is like mandatory now that he just seems to keep playing, so there's no point even being surprised. We don't have many options, but I'm going to write that bench out as well. Sancho is on the bench. Yeah, it's definitely got... It's basically what we played under Tuchel in that run to the Champions League final. You would have had Mason Mount and Werner in the pockets. You would have had Havertz up front. That is basically what it is. This team is nowhere near as well equipped to play it, to be honest. But yeah, this is what we're running out with. On the bench, we've got Sanchez. We have Achampong as well, who might feel a bit hard done by that he's not getting any minutes, considering how poor Gusto's been recently and this season in general. We have a lovely inclusion for Samuel Smith. I've been speaking about him a little bit from the academy. He is basically, for me, our backup left back to Cucurella. I expect to see him at least play some sort of part in squads. I don't know if he'll ever get many minutes off the bench, because Cucurella has been really, really very good this season. He's been really good. But obviously last game got twisted up, but most of the time he's been brilliant. 90% of the time he's been brilliant. He's not registered for the Conference League, so remember that. You would kind of maybe hope, and I know we have Copenhagen, you would kind of hope that maybe you could play Samuel Smith as a left back in the Conference League, Cucurella for the Premier League, and give him his minutes there, but he's not registered. So Cucurella, I'm assuming, is going to have to play Conference League and Premier League back to back, which is not really the worst, fixture run in the world. People play Champions League, so it's not that deep. But yeah, he can't afford to be injured, because then I don't know what we're going to do. Probably then you start to see Gusto at left back again and all that stuff. George is on the bench. Shrewsbury Hall's on the bench. I am on the bench. Will I come on for some minutes? Probably not, but I'm there. And Muku is on the bench as well, the young striker from Cobham. And that's also good to see because he wasn't on the bench against Brighton, and we need some sort of striker on the bench. I don't really care who they are, to be honest. We need someone on the bench. So that's good. So there's been some nice... maybe they're forced because of the injuries. I don't know if he really has a choice, to be honest, but to bring some of these guys in. But at least he has brought them in, and he has changed the formation. Let's see. But in Cuckoo, look, I would drop him. I think he's been that bad that he justifies being dropped. But we haven't been using anyone other than Gue and Jackson. So the guy that would come in his place is not really racked up enough minutes to be trusted to necessarily start. We're talking about academy products here. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Aston Villa have got Martinez in goal. They've got Cash, Konza, Mings. So, obviously, there's no Disasi, who played midweek because we have him out there on loan. Maatson actually starts as well. Hopefully, we do not let him do the unthinkable. McGinn, Tielemans, very strong midfield for Aston Villa. Asensio as well on that right-hand side, or potentially in the 10. And Rodgers with Ramsey and Watkins. Very, very strong team. Rashford on the bench, along with some others as well. So that's your Villa team. Interesting. Watkins is in decent form as well. He was struggling a little bit earlier in the season when Duran was there, giving him some pushback. But now that Duran's gone to Saudi, and I think he was sent off, and I saw Ronaldo cussing and blinding over on socials. But yeah, he's been in a bit of form. Watkins, goals in the Champions League, goals in the Prem, goals in all comps. So keep an eye on him, of course. Can we keep some sort of resilient defensive performance about us? Some organisation? You'd hope so, with an extra centre-back. You'd hope so. Right, I'm going to be going through the chat in a minute. I'm going to put up a poll. I will put the Arsenal game on my screen in a second just to see what's going on and update you with the scores, but I just want to get these teams on screen as well. Let's see. And we will test the temperature. I don't think many people are confident, to be honest. I don't really see where the confidence would come from. If you are confident, let me know in the chat and let us know where that confidence is coming from. Maybe the setup today is giving you a little bit of confidence because it's just not the same old, same old. That's understandable. But yeah, we're destined to concede. We're not destined to score a goal. That feels like a terrible recipe for a game like this. That's the simplest way to break it down is we don't really know if we're going to score and where the goal's going to come from because even Cole Palmer stopped scoring. And we definitely are going to concede. So that sounds bad. Do you know what I mean? That's as simple as I can break it down. If you just want to put it in the simplistic terms of why I'm not confident going in here. It's literally just that. But yeah. All right, cool. Any questions, drop them in. I think we might be surprised, says Ken. Let me throw up a poll as well. I'd love to be surprised, bro. Just the intensity and the energy levels have been so poor recently, and the lack of commitment on top of the lack of quality. I don't even know what Chelsea are turning up today. Are they coming in here like... Because, this is the thing. If you're going to come to Villa Park, you've got to be prepared to fight. You've got to be prepared to dig in. It's not somewhere where you can come and play them off the pitch, especially in the way we are right now, and think that you're going to just put up a 10-10 performance. You've got to come in here with a few brain cells in between your ears. That's what you got to bring to the table. Game management, control, understanding of the game, good defense, resilient, physical, intensity. You got to turn up. It's a late kickoff at Villa Park. You have to turn up. You can't come here lackadaisical, little 50-50. Not sure if I can be asked today. But Sancho isn't starting, and I think that's fair. Very you could drop a lot of players. Neto doesn't deserve to start. Sancho doesn't deserve to start. And Nkunku doesn't deserve to start. If the standards were old Chelsea, and we're talking the best Chelsea teams that we've seen in the last 20, 30 years, Palmer probably wouldn't be starting either. Actually, he definitely wouldn't be starting because we'd have so much competition for places and so many top players when we had like Mata. And even Oscar wasn't a top player, but you could start Oscar if Mata wasn't playing well. You had Hazard, you had Willian, you had Andre Schürrle. I'm not even talking about going back to Essiens and Lampards and Balaks and Makaleles and Mikels, where if anybody was poor, you could just put the other three or the other two. He could be dropped in those circumstances, in those sides. But in this one, there's no point. You can't. So, of course, Caicedo's the only person really in the front six that you could make a case for. Front five, sorry, in that side, usual front six, that you could say, yeah, he deserves. The rest of them, you could easily take them out if we had options. And then obviously the back line, there's loads of players not playing well in that back line. Colwell's been absolutely atrocious recently. Gusto's been poor. Cucurella had a tough game there against Brighton, but he can get a bit of a pass. Goalkeepers, look, Jorgensen, is he the man? Probably not. But he needs 5 games in a row, so leave that one there. Thoughts on the Conference League draw? To be honest, I'm not really too swayed or concerned either way who we play. I'm more looking at just, enjoying the trips maybe and enjoying the destinations, as you saw with Kazakhstan. I'm not really too concerned about who we're playing. I've said it before. It doesn't matter who we play. We have to beat them. If we don't beat them, we are beyond bad, beyond the levels that I imagined. I don't care if it's Real Betis, I don't care if it's Fiorentina, even the toughest teams. If they were drawn with us next, I wouldn't even blink. I wouldn't bat an eyelid because I'd be saying the same thing I'm saying now. Doesn't matter who we come up against in this competition. It doesn't matter when we come up against them, whether it's now or the semis or the final. We have to beat anybody and everybody. If we do not, it is a absolute stinker and hooked. It is a failure of epic proportions. So I don't care who we draw. It's just fun trips, fun adventures for you guys, great content hopefully, and that is it. I expect the trophy to be lifted in May. Period. That's it. Period. That's it. That's it. That's it. I didn't even watch the draw. I just waited for everyone to tweet who we had so I could start making plans, and that's it. There's no nerves. Oh, I hope. It's not like this ain't the Champions League. We come from the Champions League. Oh, I hope we don't get Real Madrid. Oh, but then again, you're looking forward to it. It's a big game. Oh, might want to miss out on Bayern or Barcelona. Wouldn't mind getting Villarreal. Wouldn't mind Sporting. Bro, this is not that. This is not that. That's where there's real tension. That's when you're really looking at what side of the draw you're on and where you're going to be going up and who you're matching up with after the... I ain't doing all that for this. No, not doing it. Not doing all that for this, I'm afraid. Right, the levels have to be higher. I'm sorry. Has to be. Has to be higher. Let's see. What else is being said? Get your votes in on the poll as well if you haven't already. This game's kicking off at 5:30, so we are currently, I'd say, 45 minutes away. I'm just actually seeing a VAR check at the Emirates, so let me just see what's happened because I wasn't keeping. Oh, are we talking about a potential red card? Hey ho, what's going on here? Hey ho, Gabriel, referee. Oh, he's going to check with 20 minutes left. I don't know if you can class that as cover. I don't know if you can call that cover. On the far side, there's another Arsenal defender. But I'm afraid there's no way he's stopping him from a 1v1. Oh, sorry, it's Lewis Skelly that's in trouble. I didn't even know. Denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. For me, I don't know how you can make a case that defender all the way over there is going to cover. I'm sorry, he's too far away. And that's Kudus as well. Like, let's not pretend that this is Andy Reid from Sunderland. You know, the chubby Irishman. This is Kudus. Kudus is not being caught. That's a red card. Hey, referee. And do you know what's mad, yeah? He's been sent off. Do you know what's mad? It wasn't so long ago that he was sent off for the wrong reasons. And that obviously was an outpouring of emotion and anger. And rightly so, because it was ridiculous. But he's been sent off correctly. Like, that's a clear and obvious red card. He's lost the ball. He's dragged Kudus down with his hand and his arm and also his legs, as you know, he's made the tackle. He's not got the ball. Kudus is gone. Yeah, Kudus is 1v1 with Raya, and he's looking to get the second. It's a clear and obvious red card. There can be no argument, no debate. No, we had to play with 10 men again. This is a disgrace. It's simple. So yeah, 20 minutes to go. Arsenal 0, West Ham 1. And I am absolutely perplexed and shocked because I had this as a very comfortable Arsenal win. I didn't really think West Ham had anything serious to bring to the table, judging by their inconsistencies recently. But hey, I was wrong. Ipswich still 2-1 down at home to Tottenham, but people are telling me there's been an equaliser at Portman Road, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Southampton are getting absolutely trashed to Brighton, Matoma, Rutter and Pedro with the 3 goals there. They're relegated. They're an utter disgrace. Crystal Palace are 2-0 up as well at Craven Cottage, the battle in the mid-table teams there. I did say Fulham. I know people have said Fulham maybe outside chance of Europe, but no. There's too many teams. There's Newcastles, there's Villas, there's Bournemouth, there's Forest, there's Chelsea's and Cities. There's no space. There's no space for you, Fulham. You're a mid-table team. You're gonna drop points in games where you probably should win. That's just how it is. And that's everything. Bournemouth still 1-0 down to Wolves, but they are down to 10 men. That's actually a terrible result for Bournemouth. Like, out of all the results, obviously Arsenal is title race and all that stuff, but out of all the results outside of that, Bournemouth losing at home to Wolves is a clanger because they are in the race for Europe. They actually play a team at home that they should be beating, let's be honest, very comfortably, judging how they've played this season. And taking advantage of the fact that Manchester City play Liverpool, Chelsea play Villa, and Newcastle play Forest. Everybody ahead of them, or around them, sorry, not ahead of them, are playing each other. And there's guaranteed drop points. So if this was the weekend where Bournemouth could say, do you know what? We could be playing in the Champions League this season. Don't count us out. We're 5th, and we are going to move into 4th ahead of City whilst you're all playing each other. This was the weekend to do it. That's a really... If that stays the way it is, that is a shocking result for Bournemouth. Really poor result because they could have put some daylight between themselves and Newcastle and Villa, who are now actually down to 10th. And Villa have to beat us today if they want to even talk about Champions League via the league. So yeah, there's a lot at stake today. That's for sure. This is going to be very interesting. People are saying we're the mid-table team. Well, we're not technically. We were last season and the season before because we spent the majority of the time in 10th. Both seasons. But this season, we've spent the majority of the time in the top 4. So we're not a mid-table team. Are we going to slip into mid-table? I don't think so. But hey, we're asking for it. we're asking for it. So let's see. But yeah, we're not a mid-table team. I'm not gonna have that, I'm afraid. All right, cool. So what else is being said in the chat? Palmer right wing. Palmer is playing in the right half space, right 10. He might drift to right wing and double up with Gusto. He'll float in the 10 because Neto's not really an inside forward. So really, if the ball's on the right, I expect Gusto to be out there and Palmer to come and support, but be still in some sort of Odegaard position, you could call it, a right 8. If the ball's on the left, Palmer's going to be right in the 10 and Pedro Neto will be out there doing the shuttle bus runs and Palmer will be right in the 10 trying to, be instrumental and influential. Yeah. So he is not going to play basically what I'm saying is you got 2 players in the half spaces in a 3-4-3. Neto is not going to play this role the same way Palmer is. They're both going to play this role completely differently. It's not going to be a fair, not fair, but it's not going to be a, balanced 2 10s here. It's going to be, you're going to see the difference between them because the skill set and the traits are completely different. Palmer is actually an inside 10 and Neto is not. so you're not going to get the same, you're not going to get the same balance from them. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't even be surprised I wouldn't mind if Neto actually sometimes did go to the right And maybe you can't even do this because forget it. Nkuku's. I just forgot we have Nkuku in the team. We can't even be flexible. Can't even be flexible. This guy, he just needs to stay up front and be in the box and be some sort of threat on the finish if he can. But yeah, you'd like to think that this could be a little bit more unpredictable, a little bit more interchangeable. Palmer's comfortable playing across the front line anywhere, really, if he's confident and at his best, which he's not. Neto's comfortable playing both flanks because he doesn't score enough goals from the right to be classified as a only right winger. A lot of people say, he has to only play right wing. I don't like him on the left. He doesn't bring enough goals from the right-hand side at all to play on that side time and time again. Like he crosses well with both feet. So for me, that's his best attribute, plus head down and run. So do that on either flank. Like you're not cutting in and bending shots like Elise. You're not cutting in and bending shots like we saw in Buemo for Brentford against Leicester. You're not doing that. So if you're not going to cut in and bend them shots, then you're crossing. You're crossing from both flanks. That's how I see it. That's how I've got it in my head. I need somebody who, if you're playing if you're playing on the foot where you're cutting in from either flank, you've got to be a goal threat. In the modern game, you've got to be a goal threat. That's the whole reason why that became a thing in the Premier League. Before it was Ryan Giggs and even Gareth Bale when he started his career at left back and left mid, Inter Milan's. It was left footers on the left, Aaron Lennon's and David Bentley's right footers on the right, Robert Perez's and Lundberg's. And look, it was, actually Perez played on the left a bit, but yeah, mainly it was right footers on the right, left footers on the left. Florent Malouda, Chelsea, left footer on the left. Willian, right foot on the right. It's only if you're gonna provide a real goal threat on the opposite flank are you gonna cut in and do. Because otherwise, what are you cutting in for? We don't need you to cut in so you can play a 5-yarder pass. You know what I mean? If you're either gonna cut in and create or you're gonna cut in and score. Is this lineup too conservative? For a team that can't score goals right now and a team that can't defend, I don't think it is too conservative. I think Chelsea do need to, grow a set of balls and actually learn how to defend, because you can't keep leaking goals. You can't. You cannot keep leaking goals game after game. If we were a clinical team or we were, creating loads of big chances every game and we were just free-flowing like we were earlier on the season, then you could cater to the attack and say, right, we'll just outscore you because we're free-flowing, we're getting goals, and we're so entertaining and so, exciting to watch. We are not. We're the complete opposite. So the only way is to tighten up on the defence and to try and scum a 1-0. I remember when Tottenham went to Brentford a couple of weeks back and they got I think it was a 2-0 win, was it? But it was a very defensive performance. Very resolute, very defensive. Everybody handled business, did their job. They got a sucker punch a couple of times and they left with the win. That is the type of Chelsea performance I need today. That's the only type of performance that is going to get us a win. It's not going to be sexy football, flicks and tricks, easy on the eye. We're not in that place right now. The players have no confidence. Their confidence is absolutely shot to pieces. The manager, his in-game management with the options available, we'll see how he does, but he has dropped off in this winter period. He hasn't been utilising the team maybe to the levels that he needs to, right? And then, so what are we doing here? Coming to Villa Park to do what? to open ourselves up? No chance. Batten down the hatches. Give us a proper Chelsea performance of old. Chelsea of old didn't come to grounds like this and necessarily blow them away. They came in, they got a result, they knew how to defend, they were resilient, had a bit of pace and power as well. Hit teams on the break if they needed to. It's not every game you got to come in and entertain the neutral. We're not here to entertain the neutral today. We're here for a result. We need a result. So for me, that's the priority. And is this system the way to go about it? I think so. 3-4-3 for sure. I mentioned it when we was at home to Wolves. The only problem with this formation right now for me is that the striker is offering nothing. And when you play this formation, the striker's important. Striker's always important, but Diego Costa is who was leading this line when we had this formation under Conte. For Tuchel, it was peak, but hence why we didn't do, league wins and whatnot. We had Havertz. But do you know what? Even Havertz was pressing from the front. Even Werner was pressing from the front. So as much as I don't rate those two technically, higher upper echelons of player, as much as I don't rate them as forwards in terms of the lack of ball striking ability or the velocity in their strikes and shots and the mental side of the game, them two as well. One thing they at least brought to the table in a system like this was some energy. They would cover the ground. They would make the runs. They would press from the front. So you had something to work with. This brother don't press. This brother don't run. This brother don't take up some space in the box and be present. This brother don't link up and hold up. This brother don't do no back to goal play. This brother don't do nothing right now. So when you got someone that's not doing anything, this don't work. This don't really work because what you don't want today is to be, in your own half. You can't get out the half, can't get past the halfway line. The ball doesn't stick when you go to your front man. He's being bullied. He's being barged off the ball and it just keeps coming back and back and back. That's not what we need. That's not how we're going to get out of this, that's not how we're going to make it out of this game. Your striker needs to be able to do the basics, the foundations, but he's not a striker and he's not doing the basics. So it kind of lives and dies with him a little bit. Let's see how he does. But yeah, that's the one thing that I got a big issue with is him right now. Arsenal got a free kick in the 83rd minute on the edge of West Ham's box. They do really need to be banging this in, I'll be honest. Whoever is taking it, because they can't afford to lose even with 10 men in the title race. We'll see obviously on the mob with Big Six tomorrow how that's all going to pan out in regards to the Liverpool game at the Etihad. But yeah, for now, this is a terrible result for Arsenal if it stays like this. But anyway. Smash up the likes as well, guys, if you haven't already. Much appreciated. I'm just going to tell you what happens with this free kick. Actually, let me just reload. Oh. Okay, that didn't work out. That didn't work out at all. Yeah. It's crazy because everybody was getting a little bit giddy. I didn't get worried. I just wanted to send out a warning in my review for Liverpool versus Villa because I just sensed a little pattern of defensive frailties and goals conceded and dropped points in 2 of the last 3 and tougher games coming up with City and Newcastle. And I just said, Liverpool, I'm not saying that you haven't got this. I'm not saying that you're not going to win it. I'm not saying that you need some sort of, you need some sort of advice. But I'm just saying, just in case, just snap out of it a bit, wake up a little bit, because I'm noticing a few things. I don't like these things that I'm seeing. I don't like these things. But if they lose this, Liverpool have gained. If they beat City, they've gained. So it's mad. It's mad. They've gained the point with Villa away. And then if they win against City, then they're in the pluses. Oh shit. So Sterling, I'm guessing Sterling's come on, hasn't he? What's the other scores? Is Tottenham still winning? They're 3-1 up. So that game's done and dusted. Spence has got the third. He's got the third. Spence reminds me of Gusto last year, where in a poor season where there's not many positives, there's a couple of players that have stood out and really made their mark on the side and said, yeah, I'm a good player. Spence is doing that at Tottenham. It's a shame Gusto hasn't followed it up this year, to be honest. So everything is as it was, actually. Brighton are 4-0 up. I really don't know why Southampton haven't just forfeited the whole thing at this point. It's crazy. Look at this points gap to Wolves. 22 points to 9. How many points did Derby County finish with? I think it would have been 1 win, 3 draws they had. They had 1 win against Newcastle at Pride Park. That's 3 points. 4 draws. Did they really finish on 7 points? No, 3 draws. Was it 3 draws? Or 5 draws? It wasn't more. I actually think they finished with single digits. They didn't get... If you have 1 win, and I don't think they got more than 4 draws. So they finished on single points. Let me know in the chat. 8 points? That's crazy. So Southampton have actually already got more points than them. 11. Oh, it's 11 points. Okay, so they drew, but they only won one game all season. So they drew a lot of games. 11 points. Oh, it was 11. Okay, thank you. I couldn't find where the points were because I'm thinking they've won one game. I know for a fact they went the whole season and they won one game and it was at home. So I just will never forget that 1-0 win. I think it may have been Kenny Miller, Adidas, White, Rams, Derby County top. I'll never forget this win. So they just got bare draws. They got eight draws is good, When you only win one game, 8 draws is a lot of draws. That's a decent tally for them. I don't know where they found them draws. I do not know where they found them draws. Jeez, I was just thinking, this must be single digits because I can't think, there's no way. Fair enough. Well, I mean, Southampton are yet to equal that points tally yet. They're on 9. So they could actually finish with the worst points tally in Premier League history. They're on 9 points. They're losing today. They've been absolutely flogged. Let me just check their fixtures. Chelsea away next. Liverpool away. Oh my God. They've lost their next 2 games. I'm sorry. They have to. If we don't beat them on Tuesday, I swear, something's getting beat. That sounds mad. It ain't gonna be anyone's meat. That sounds mad. Bruh, listen, if they don't get beat, bruv. If they don't get beat on Tuesday, I swear to God. If they don't get beat on Tuesday, bro, I swear to God. They got Liverpool away. They're losing that. Then they got Wolves at home. That's a massive game. If Wolves win that, they might actually just mathematically relegate them. I don't know. Because that points gap will just, they might actually mathematically relegate them. I'm not sure. Then they got Palace at home, Tottenham away, Villa at home, West Ham away, Fulham at home. There are Leicester away. Bro, there's games to get a shock win and beat the points tally. They just need one more win. They're on 12 points. Then City at home, Everton away, Arsenal at home. There is actually life. There's life there. There's life there. They could do something. They could do something. They could do. Man said, you know what else is massive? Oh, dearie me. All right, let's see. Still 1-0 at the Emirates, about 3 minutes to go. Paul Mudryk, the only one on roids is Sanchez, man. Even lost his hair for those arms. Poor chap. Bro, why did he randomly, his hair just fall out after getting drops? The stress can't be that much. Uncle Matisse is your favorite nephew here. Hold on a second. Who scores today? I need a place. Oh, please don't look to me to place your mortgage, brother. To get out of the mud, brother. Please do not put this responsibility on me. Please, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even bet, to be honest. I don't bet. So yeah, who's gonna score today? My opinion is Watkins. My opinion is Watkins. Watkins will score today. I find it very hard to believe that we're gonna stop Watkins from scoring. His penalty box movement, his pace, his understanding of the role of a striker, and our defenders' understanding of individual errors and lapses of concentration. They go hand in hand. So for me, Watkins is a shoo-in to score. You could maybe say Rodgers as well. But Watkins is going to get a chance. He's going to get chances. Not one chance, not singular, multiple. Many. So he is going to get chances. So, and I'm sure with the confidence and the form, he may take one of them. So I'm saying him. Sterling cussing out right now. Arsenal have got 6 minutes of injury time at the Emirates. 8 minutes in total. Currently 92 minutes in. So there's actually a lot of time. Palmer is right wing. I mean, if you want to call it right wing, you can. I'm not going to call it right wing because he's not going to be hugging the touchline. in my opinion. Because if he does, and Neto's in the 10, that's horrendous. If he does and Neto's hugging the other touchline, that means we're going to see Cucurella in the pockets. And I don't really want to play through Cucurella. I don't want Cucurella to be our 10 today. I don't want to play through Cucurella. I don't want Cucurella to receive the ball in the half turn and dribble, if he can even do that, and carry the ball. I mean, I'm watching Rodgers on the other side, a real player in the half spaces that picks up the ball, carries it, goes past players, creates chances. Like, these are the fundamentals of the position. Or, if you're not going to do all of that, you're going to pick up the ball, you're going to look around you, you've got an awareness, a flair about you, you're going to pick out passes, you're going to look to play people in, you're going to set things up, create. Cucurella does neither of those things. He doesn't pick up the ball and dribble and carry and draw fouls. He doesn't pick up the ball and create and play these incredible passes and find people in positions. So he can't be in the 10. These are the only two 10s I need to see in the world. If you're not one of these two 10s, you're either a Rodgers or you're a Palmer. If you're not either of those two, or even better, a combination of the two, get out of here. Get out of here. So all this box crashing, I understand it, but it's not a long-term recipe for success. I don't expect Chelsea's evolution, well, after all this money spent, all this talent, I don't expect Chelsea's evolution and constant, solution to our issues is, just ask Cucurella to be a late drifter, ghost runner into the box, and that's it. We go out wide, we cross Cucurella, and that's it. Come on. This is not what you spent all the money for. If you spent all the money to do that, and that, then we have a problem. Then we have a big problem. So I want to see better today. I don't think the game is currently over yet, but I'm sure the head loss has already started. Let me see. Also, if you're not aware about Proton VPN, you should be. Scan the QR code bottom of the screen. In over 8,500 servers and also in over 110 countries. That is who we're sponsored by today. Ditch your old VPN and sign up to that one. All right, link is in the description. Link will be in the bio. Much appreciated as well for all the support on that, people. Listen, this crashing, this is going to be one of the best. This is going to be one. We can't even. Do you know what? We can't even enjoy this. We can't even enjoy this because we have to play directly after, and we have an inkling as to what may be coming. We can't even enjoy this. As much as it's funny that Arsenal are losing. Don't get me wrong. But I don't really feel like I have anything to say about it when it happens because I know what's coming my way. You know what I mean? I know what's coming my way. So it's not great. It's not a great time for them to be doing this. They should have done this on a Friday or on a Sunday. At least then I could have enjoyed it a little bit more. So that's my only regret about this current moment. All right, cool. Toss him for Colwell. What do you mean toss him for Colwell? That's what you want, or that's what's happened because of injury? Oh, toss him for Colwell and we would be fine. Okay, I understand you now. I understand you. I understand you. There's only a few minutes left. And I did say midweek on Big Six, and I said it on DR as well. Like, I know Arsenal had their 2 goals against Leicester, but that attack is really gonna struggle. Like, Mikel Merino is not going to lead you to a title, and this is why everybody was saying you got to get a striker and you got to get 2 forwards really in January. Not even numerically, but just purely because the injuries and the lack of options. But yeah, I actually thought they'd get through this game because West Ham have just been that poor. But over the course of the season, they're not going to win any major trophies with that front line. It's far too much pressure on Nwaneri to be the magic man. A midfielder up front is only going to handle business for so long, and it seems like he's only handled the business one time. And Trossard he's Trossard. He's good, but he ain't great. This is mad. Lawless is going to do a madness. I'm not going to ring him because... Is he at the game or is he... Maybe I will give him a ring. This is crazy. Nah, I'm not gonna ring him. He's hysterical right now. He's in. You know when someone's in the moment, and he's having the time of his life. He's in the moment. He's gassed. I'm just gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him. Just enjoy your moment. It's you've done a great job for us today, for everybody, for football. Much appreciated. The Emirates is emptying out. Absolutely emptying out. Oh my days. It's not long left. He's in the moment. He's with his mate as well. So probably one last corner for Arsenal and that'll be it, unless it's full time already for you guys. Ball's going to be swung in. And that is going to be that. Yeah. Keeper's out as well, Raya. Now it's a straight foot race between him and... Do you know what? Raya's done brilliantly there. He's done fantastic. He was out of goal. He's actually managed to give Arsenal another attack. Referee, you got to be blowing this whistle now, man. Seriously. Game's finished. Wan-Bissaka's gone down, I think. Well, well, well. You know, I'll give him a try, but he might not even be like near his phone. I do not expect him to pick up.
What's happening? Listen, it's. Oh no! Wait a minute! Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's still going on. It's the stream still. No, don't tell me. Don't you dare tell me. I thought you was bringing me because they equalised.
That is the best start to a phone call I've ever heard.
They was doing the throwing into the box when you rang.
Yeah, I'm watching it as well. I'm watching it. Brother, we are so proud of you. We are so happy for you. And thank you for what you've done for football today. You really have done an incredible thing.
We are West Ham. We listen, you're all welcome. We have done it. It's done. Their title hopes are finished. Finished. They said 6-0 in the comments. So that's 6-0 they were telling me. Another 6-0 incoming. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I feel sorry for Dan Potts because you're going to be insufferable.
I'm going for all of them, yeah? I was on Box to Box for Turkish. All the comments from the... I'm replying to all of them.
What did you predict?
2-1 West Ham.
What?
Yeah, I predicted 2-1 West Ham.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my days. You actually foreseen this shit?
I foresee this. It's coming to fruition, my friend.
Yo, that's crazy. You know, this is the happiest moment of my day talking to you because we're about to lose. So
just revel in this moment.
I'm just happy for you. I'm happy for your happiness. Because I ain't got my own.
I'm happy.
I ain't got my own happiness.
More than you can believe, Matisse. More than you can believe. I'm happy.
All right, brother. I'll let you go, man. That was hilarious. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself.
Nice one.
Big up. Wow. We caught him right when the moment of realization happened and the win was banked. That is an incredible thing to predict, that they actually thought they would win, and they did. Like, I can't even fathom how they would have thought they would have won that game, but that's what being an optimist does for you. You know, sometimes you get it right, and he's walking to the bank with that one. For me, I'm in shock. I actually can't believe they've lost that game, to be honest. I don't know where that's come from. I didn't watch the whole game because I was doing some tidying, some spring cleaning prior to starting this. So I just watched the second half with you guys. But it doesn't look good. Does not look good for the Arsenal. The only issue is we are also still to play a football match, and that will be what it will be. Let's see. Hopefully we win. You know, if we win, it's been a very good day. If we win, let's talk about if we win. I know I haven't said it, but it's a possibility. You know, we could win. We're just 11 men going out to play against another 11 men. And we're all playing the same sport. The football is the same size for them as it is for us. The wind is blowing in the same direction for them as it is for us. If we win, let's talk about happy things. Because we should. We don't have much time before we really play and things really get very real. If we win, we will move up to 4th. We will move up to 4th, 1 point behind Nottingham Forest, who play Newcastle. Tough game, away at St. James's. We'll go ahead of City, we'll go ahead of Bournemouth, and we'll be on 46 points. So that's if we win. You know, if we win, we'll be back in the top 4. If we don't, Villa will be 1 point behind us. They'll be 1 point behind us, and they will move up to 7th on 42 points. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. That's if we win. Oh, but yeah, let's see. Do you think it's a 5 or back 4 with Gusto? No, Gusto cannot play right wing. That cannot happen. He is not a winger. It is a back 5. I'm sorry. There's no way he's playing Gusto at right wing. That would be ridiculous. So, no. And also, because I don't even need to go any further. I don't even need to explain that one any further. There is no way he is playing right wing, and that is it. He cannot play that role. If he's playing right wing, he has been compromised, misprofiled, and that cannot happen. James, centre mid. Personally, I don't recommend it purely because I don't want Reece James in the pressure cooker in the midfield. It's a lot of running. It's a lot of ground to cover. It's a lot of twisting and turning. I personally don't think he's at that stage in his career where he should be doing that. If this was young Reece James coming fresh from Wigan, I would say no problem, put him in there. But this version of James, absolutely not. Play him in the back line with the play in front of him, hopefully. If we're not playing the highest line, Watkins shouldn't be making those runs in behind. We should be playing a bit of a mid-block today at best. We shouldn't be playing a high line against Villa. That would be suicidal. And then let Reece James manage the game in front of him. Let him be that centre-back. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. If we come out here today and play a high line and allow Levi Cole to get spun by Rodgers and allow Reece James and Watkins to get into foot races, I'm not keen. I'm not keen on that. Again, it's not like Reece James can't defend space at his best, but this is a Reece James we've got to look after. I'm not trying to see all that. It's much easier to defend on your own box, as long as you're competent. Right, we have got 25 minutes. I don't know. I feel like I have an urging desire to ring Turkish, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Oh. We're about to handle our own business today. But there are people asking the question. The better question actually you should ask tactically that just got put into a GC is not Reece James centre mid, not Gusto right wing, but what about Gusto centre mid? Because he has put him in centre mid before. He has inverted him and played him next to Caicedo. So if anything, you're more likely to get Gusto, if there was to be any shock today, Gusto coming into centre mid, and then your back four is as it is. Reece James at right back, Gusto at centre mid next to Caicedo. Enzo pushes up slightly because the fullback's been inverted. So now Enzo's pushing up a little bit into the attacking third where he was in his purple patch getting the goals and getting the GA. And then you've got Neto and Palmer. And again, not balanced, but it's more Neto on the flank. Palmer tucked in with Enzo. And there isn't necessarily a real width to us on the right, which I don't advise because that's very lopsided and very easy, predictable to play against. But that is more it. Now, I don't like Palmer on the right if you don't have support on the overlap. So unless we're going to play Reece James as a right back and give him the freedom to go forward with the fitness, reliability to go forward, and Gusto in midfield with Palmer on the right and give him that overlap, Palmer on the right with no overlap is not good. It's not a good way of going about things. He's not going to cook someone 1v1, brute pace and pace and power and all that. You know, he wants to be, you know, cultured and cut in and link up and dictate and create. So we need someone to give that overlap. Like last season. I'm not saying this is what I want. I'm saying this is what is more likely than talking about Gusto right wing and Reece James centre mid. If you're thinking about that, you're better off thinking about Gusto centre mid. That makes a lot more. That would be more realistic. But yeah, that's not what I'm trying to see. Don't do it, man. I'm acting like I have control to do that. Don't do it. Like if I say it, it's gonna happen. That's not how it works, brothers. Just because I said it don't mean it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Just because I said it does not mean it's happening. There's gonna be some crazy crash outs today. How did Arsenal play in the first half, guys? Because I just wanna get a feel for what I'm gonna be watching later on. Did they play well in the first half? Were they just battering the door down and the keeper was having a worldie? 10 out of 10 performance? Like, what actually happened? Yeah, it is. Sorry, this is the thing when you're streaming. If you're coming in now, I'm not saying that what I just said with Gusto in centre mid is going to happen. I think it's a 3-4-3, Gusto and Cucurella wing backs, and a front three of Palmer, Neto, and Nkuku. Not completely balanced. Neto will hold more width than Palmer, but they're the two tens. That's what I think. Simple. No extra scientific, curing diseases that, there's no big brain shit going on around here. That's what I think it is. But I'm just saying, if it's not that, and we're trying to overcomplicate it, and we're trying to do something crazy, then that thing that I said earlier with Gusto is something to keep an eye on. But yeah, we spoke about all of the basic stuff earlier on in the stream. So if you're only just coming in now, you missed all that. But yeah, that's what we all think is going to be the basic stuff. 3-4-3, simple. Which is at least something different, something different, because this manager's just been, sticking by his guns a little bit with the setup. Uncle Ma, I took your word and placed the mortgage on Watkins to score. Don't fail me. Thanks, bro. No pressure. I mean, it really is on you. That is your decision. Good luck. I hope you're not homeless after this game. But I'm pretty sure if it does happen, which it could, and I'm expecting to get a cut. Right. Let's see what else is being said. Where are we at now? Who's on the bench? The bench is on screen. Samuel Smith, Achampong, Tossin, Dewsbury Hall, Amugu. Yeah. Sancho, George, and Mekwa. I always mispronounce that brother's name. I don't know why. But yeah, listen, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. I'm glad that he's made the bench. Miku. Yeah, Miku. I'm glad that he's on the bench because we need a striker on the bench. But let's see. Let's see. I'm not even going to go through the pre-match presser because, you know, same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Not interested. But what has he said in the build-up to the match today? In terms of the team selection, Reece James comes in for Noni, who, of course, isn't with us today because he's injured. That's the quotes. We've got more quotes. I'm going to go through all the quotes, actually, that he said because these are all relevant to right now. He's also said in... we have spent a lot of the week analysing last week's game, and we hope that today can be a turning point. We know that there are a lot of things we need to do much better. First of all, we always use Reece when he's fit, and we can help him. We don't want to play him in too many games after overcoming injury. We want to manage him. We play with fullbacks is to have one outside and one coming inside. Reece can do both roles, so he gives us options, and today he will try to help us with the game plan we have. Something tells me today we're not going to get what we expect. After reading that quote, it tells me we might get something a little bit different to what we're expecting. Because he's still talking about one of the fullbacks coming inside, like he loves to always invert, and one on the outside. And because it's not a bog standard back four, with one inverting and one going into the back three, one begs the question, what is going to happen today? Because he has played Gusto at left back. So is he inverting Cucurella and playing Gusto on the left? Is he playing Reece James? This is another thing we haven't brought up. But against Newcastle at home, Reece James played left side of a back three, Colwell in the middle, and Chalobah on the right. So we might be getting Reece James as a left-sided back three player today. That's something else we didn't really talk about, but that could happen. And that allows Cucurella to potentially go into the half spaces like he always does. Not even into midfield, into the half spaces, way up the pitch. And Reece James plays as a left back or a left side of a back three. And then where's Gusto? Is Gusto going to go into the half spaces as well? Are we going to see today Gusto and Cucurella in half spaces together? Yeah, my mind is starting to wander, but there's definitely room for interpretation here of what's going to happen today. There's a lot going on. So yeah, something after reading that, I'm not so confident in this whole 3-4-3 now. This might be a little bit more complex than we thought. Let's see. But let's see. There's only one way to find out at the end of the day. Because we all know Colwell is not great defending wide areas. Like, if we put Colwell wide centre-back and we have him up against the Rodgers on the flanks and Cucurella's not there, it all hell could break loose. This man has been out-muscled and barged and bullied on the flanks and in wide areas many times this season. So it does make sense in the fact that you're putting Colwell in the middle and you're giving him pace and physicality around him with Reece James and Chalobah, whatever way that looks. You could play Chalobah as a left-sided centre-back. And instead of, Reece James, you put Reece James on the right-side centre-back, you put Chalobah on the left-side centre-back. That's where he played against Wolves in the 2-1 win, I believe, at Stamford Bridge in his first game back from the loan. So whatever way this looks, probably better to expect Colwell in the middle, even though he's left-footed. Put him in the middle, and Reece James and Chalobah will be on the outsides. Whether it's whatever order they want to do that in, I don't really know. But yeah, let's see. We're going to see Cucurella or Gusto today in the half spaces. I'm starting to think that's a real possibility. Maybe both. Maybe they'll change. It depends on where Neto is. we are all assuming that Neto's on the left. Neto could be on the right. And if Neto's on the right, then it will be Cucurella that gives the width on the left. Whereas if Neto's on the left, it will be maybe Gusto that gives the width on the right. So it all depends on where Neto is, because Neto can play both flanks. But Neto can't be a half space player. He can't be in the tens. So he's got to be on the wide areas. Surely he's got to be holding the width on the flank. He's got to be on the touch line. That's his best position. Him on the touch line. So someone's got to vacate these gaps in the team. Could be Enzo, could be Cucurella, could be Gusto. It'll be one of those three, because that's what we've seen this season. We've seen Enzo do it, but I think because we've only got a couple of midfielders, he doesn't want Enzo necessarily being that box-to-box guy he was earlier in the season when he was getting the goals. So he's just told him, just stay where you are and don't leave Caicedo isolated. So he's just let Cucurella be the battery, let him be the Duracell battery, and then maybe it will be Gusto as well, because he's done that a lot of times. But it's going to be very interesting. There's a lot going on here. We tried to simplify it, but it's actually getting quite complicated. Reece James is warming up with the midfielders, potentially inverting into midfield. Lord of mercy! Lord of mercy! Lord of mercy, this team is holy. This team, you can't predict nothing. Forget it. We don't know what's going on. If this brother's in midfield, inverting from where? Inverting from where? Is it left back or right back? I have to ask these questions now. Where is this brother inverting from? Because I would assume that he's playing in the back three with Chalobah and Colwell. So where is he inverting from? Is he going to do a John Stones for Man City, stepping in from centre back into midfield? A David Luiz stepping in from centre back into midfield? Just what are we doing? I want to know what's going on. There's actually too many options. There's too many variables at play. This team is now just becoming a complete ball ache to analyze. I don't know what's going on. There's too many different options. He could be doing the John Stones role. He could be doing the Cancelo role. He could be doing the Rico Lewis role. He could be, I don't know what's going on. He might just be, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm tired of trying to figure it out. I don't even care anymore. This is why we start so early. All this woke nonsense. This is why we start so early in the watchalogs, because there's so many variables at play. We're going to find out in about 10, 13 minutes which one of these ones it is. But I think now we've covered every single possible thing that could happen in this setup. Every single possible thing he could do, I think we've covered it now. Crazy. By the way, it doesn't matter what we do with all of that. The man up front is still up front today, and he still needs to drop at least a minimum 7 out of 10. That is the one thing that is consistent. All of this inversion, overlap, half space, step into midfield, step back into defense. All this bollocks. Let's be honest, all this bollocks. It means nothing if the man up front today is gonna play how he has been. If we're playing with 10 men, just let us know from the jump. Let us know, because we've been playing with 10 men. So if we're playing with 10 men today, I want to know from kickoff, because that's what it's been. We've been playing with 10 men. Sometimes 9 men, 8 men, many men. But we've been playing with 10 men. Minimum 10 men. So if we're playing with 10 men, let me know. I want to know now. I don't want to be finding out later on. Let's just get this out of the way. You know what I mean? Because this brother here, he's playing up front. That's one thing we do know. One thing we do know is Christopher. What's his middle name? Fuck this, man. I'm going to read out his whole government name. I ain't even going to be out here reading first and last names. I want middle name. I want your mother's maiden name. I want everything. What's your mother's maiden name, fam? I want everything. Why is his brother's middle name Alan? That don't make any sense. Alan? Really? Is it? Can we say it with a little bit of? Is there not some other way we? Alan? Must be some way we can say it where it makes sense. Alan. Christopher Alan Nkuku. That sounds a little bit more fancy. Because it can't be Allen. Can't be like Joe Allen, like the Welsh brother from Swansea. It can't be Joe Allen. Can't be that. Can't be. Can't be Allen. All right, well, Christopher Allen in Cuckoo. Rise. Rise. Brother, when was the last time we seen the balloon? Facts. When was the last time we saw the balloon? There's been more balloons in my watchalongs than there has been from Christopher in Cuckoo. You know what I mean? There's been more balloons in my watchalongs than there's been Christopher in Cuckoo this season, bro. It's crazy. And by the way, they're all in the storage. They're all in the storage room. I still got the balloons. My cousin was meant to come and collect them because helium is expensive these days, she says. Helium is not cheap. So you got to reuse the helium. You got to reuse the helium. Have you ever got a helium gas tank or helium tank? That shit is expensive. You don't get much helium. So she wants to reuse and recycle the helium, which is fine. But you got to come and collect them balloons because I'm a pop them soon, I'll be honest. They're taking up a lot of space. I've got a couple of needles and I'm a pop. I'm a pop them things. So if you're listening, cuz the deadline, I'm gonna enforce deadline day on you soon. Trust me, deadline day. I'm gonna set a date, and if them helium balloons are still in that storage room, I'm gonna pop the shit out of them. I'll be honest, because they're pissing me off. Oh man. Yeah, Maresca today is either going to be a genius or he's going to be a villain. And there's no in between. He's either going to overcomplicate this and come out of this by being tactically outclassed by Emery. And Aston Villa are going to do the basics. They're going to attack the flanks. And we're going to have fullbacks in pockets and fullbacks in half spaces and fullbacks in areas that they're not capable. And we're going to have people out of position. And then they're just going to just say, do you know what? This is a simple 4-4-2. And this is 3 points. And intensity, desire, balance, clinical finishing, competent defending. They're just going to beat us, right? Or Maresca is going to tactically do a fugazi, some sort of tactical, incredible performance. And he's gonna mathematician mastermind his way out of here with a result. It's one or the other. Let's see what it is. But yeah, it's gonna go one way or the other. So it's gonna be an interesting one to watch. You have in a world where you have Pep and then you have Neil Warnock, or you have Pep and you have Owen Coyle, and sometimes the Owen Coyles and the Sam Allardyces and the Neil Warnocks of this world and the Steve Bruces. They just keep it simple, and it works. All of this inversion and in tucking and the half spaces and all of this, sometimes it's confusing for the players. Sometimes Gusto's in a half space. Brother doesn't even know what that is. Doesn't even know what that is. What do you mean I have to receive, turn, create, receive, turn, shoot? Since when have I ever done this in my life? Why can't I just run up and down? I've been running up and down my whole career from right back to overlap. And now you've got me out here checking my shoulder, receiving on the half turn, looking over my shoulder. Am I press resistant? Can I receive the ball in between the lines and create, make the right decisions, shoot? Why are you making my life complicated? If I'm a bricklayer and I know how to lay bricks, why are you now asking me to be an electrician? Why are you now asking me if it blue wire or red wire? Which one should I cut? What if I fuck up your whole house right now? What if I do that? How about that? What if I fuck up your whole house right now? Because you got me out of position. Man's here to build the house on the outside. Now you're asking me to build the house on the inside? Okay, cool. No problem. Gusto wants to build the house on the outside. He wants to go around the outside. Bricklayer, cement. Man's ready to go on the outside. Now you're asking me about plumbing, electrician. Cool. When I leave this house, problems. When I leave this house, issues. More they can't believe. That's what Gusto's thinking. So I understand it. Man's asking him to do too much. Gusto can adapt. Have you seen any adaptation this season? Which Gusto have you seen? Gusto is doing the bricklaying in the kitchen. Gusto is wiping the cement on the cooker. That is what has happened this season. There's been no adaptation. He's just doing the same shit he did outside on the inside, and it ain't working. Brother is wiping cement on the bathroom floor. That's what's happening. There is no adaptation. I don't know what you're talking about. The brother's not played well. He's been awful. He's been absolutely awful. So there's been no adaptation. There's been no adaptation. Brother has not figured out what wire to cut. Brother has not figured out nothing. The pipes are leaking in the bathroom, and they have been all season. He's not figured out shit. He's not figured out nothing, bro. Do you know what I mean? So let's see how it goes. All right, we got a couple of super chats, and then we're gonna kick off in about 5 minutes. Time is coming up on screen as well, and we're gonna be there. I kind of do want to watch all of the aftermath and all the head loss, but we gotta focus, man. We really do need to focus. I know some of you are thinking, I wouldn't mind tucking into a little fan cam right now. Maybe you are. Maybe you got this on. Maybe you got a couple of devices going. Maybe you're gonna mute me and you're gonna click into that. Just if you're gonna mute me, but don't leave me. Mute me, but don't leave me. It's like any relationship. Sometimes shut up. Talk too much. I understand. I talk a lot, but mute me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. So yeah, listen, some of you got 2 devices. I know what you're doing. You got your computer there, you got your iPad there, TV there, phone here, little bit of Turkish fan cam, little bit of, we're out the title race. I hear it. I get it. I understand it. I respect it. It's mandatory. It needs to be done. Let's see. Let's see. What have we got? So we got a member chat. We got big up. Thanks for becoming a member, brother. I've actually got news for you on the membership front, because really at the moment the membership has just been you choosing to support if you wish, if you want to. I'm not asking you to. I'm not telling you to at all. I would never. Just if you wish, if you want, that I'm putting it all back in the content. I'm going here, there, and everywhere trying to make new creative shit. So that's where it's all going into. But I'm gonna launch it soon. Yeah, and there's going to be real content in there, and you're going to get your money's worth. So much appreciated if you've signed up regardless ahead of time. But yeah, let me actually do my part on that first. You've done your part. All right. Super chat. Hey, Matisse, United fan here, and enjoy your streams. Thank you so much, brother. Good for all of us to listen to other clubs fans talk. Is Maresca in trouble if you guys fall away? Well, I didn't really want to get into this too much because, my opinion at the start of this season was you have to be in the top 4. And it's not really as a manager. I'm talking about as a group of players, as a club, as an institution, as a board, as a director, as a owner. Everybody must be in the Champions League next season. It is mandatory. If not, heads will roll. If not, problem will come at your doorstep. But I was told, unfortunately, that is a bit too much to ask for. And it's above the expectation. And it's for next season to be in the Champions League. It's not this season. There's no pressure on this season. So if we were to fall away, we would be on schedule. We would be in line with the schedule. But because we're going to get Europa League, because we're going to win the Conference League, aren't we? Yes, we are. So Europa League is guaranteed. Nah. So Champions League is above expectations and ahead of schedule. But it seems like now there's been a massive turn in terms of the words in the presser this week. And Champions League is now the goal. And it's now the target. You didn't need to tell me that. I've been trying to tell you that. You didn't need to tell this live chat, very intelligent bunch of individuals, that. They already knew that. You don't spend the amount of money we've spent and not demand that. That's crazy talk. Especially when your competitors are Nottingham Forest, Newcastle and Aston Villa. So yeah, good to know that you're up to speed now as a club, or whoever's told you to say that, or you figured it out for yourself, or it's your expectation. I was only telling you what theirs is. I don't care about all this bollocks. You're all together. You all understand each other. You all speak English. I don't care if you were telling us what their expectation was, but you weren't telling us yours. I don't know why you would do that, but hey, listen, it doesn't matter now. We're all on the same page. That's all that matters. So now that we're all on the same page, we can crack on with the season. It's a shame the January window didn't reflect the page that we're now on, but we're on the page anyway. So yeah, listen, bro. If he was to fall away, or we were to fall away, would I expect him to be sacked? Listen, I'd expect somebody to be sacked, but it's not necessarily him I'm looking at. It's the people that hired him. That's the people that need to be guaranteed to be sacked. So yeah, let's see who's sacked. Maybe everyone will be sacked. I don't mind that either. maybe everybody just gets sacked. You know, why does only one person have to be sacked? Maybe 3 or 4 people could be sacked. Maybe 9 or 10. Maybe 9 or 10. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. You know what I mean? Whoever's responsible for this, you know, we gonna talk. And my feeling is more than one person is responsible for this situation that we're in right now. Not one person. 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minimum. So surely then people are going to have to be held accountable. We're going to put the timer up because we are going to kick off now. I've yapped enough. Now Chelsea have to talk. Chelsea have to handle business. We probably have already kicked off, but I am refreshing, so just bear with me because it's all over the shop right now. Yeah, maybe we haven't, actually. Oh, it's not kicked off for me. Maybe it's kicked off for you. Chelsea are wearing their white kit. Whatever colour that is. Off-white. Hurry up and kick off the damn game. Hurry up. Skedaddle. There we go. Right, we're in. We're in, ladies and gentlemen. Smash up the likes. Subscribes. We're not far from 112k. Appreciate. And yeah. Oh, the doorbell's ring. I wonder who that is. Did you guys hear the doorbell? I heard the doorbell. Doorbell's ringing, bruv. Right, let me move this over here. The doorbell is ringing. Neto's in the middle. Oh, Jesus. I can't predict anything. I said if there's one thing we're definitely guaranteed is Nkuku's up front again, because there's nobody else that's going to play up front. He's not going to put Palmer there because he's just not going to. And Neto, I don't think Neto can even play up front. But, Lord and behold, it looks like he's going to ask Neto to press from the front and make runs in behind. And he has made a run in behind, and he isn't going to get there before Martinez, but it was a good attempt. Very good attempt. Listen, this team today is a bag of worms. We don't know what's going on here today. It's crazy. Reece James is playing as a 10. Oh dear. That's a lot of running. That's a lot of body turning, pivoting, twisting, maneuvering. That's a lot of work. Let's see how that goes. But as it stands, Nkuku's playing from the left. Neto's up front. Reece James is in the 10. I don't even know where Palmer is. I think he's off the right. This is a mess. Is it going to be a mess that makes sense? We will see. But this is a lot. There's a lot going on. So Reece James, some people will say he's in a 10. Some will say he's in a midfield position. Let's see when the game settles down what position his starting position is in terms of where does he stand in possession. At the moment, he's maybe in line with Caicedo a little bit. Maybe it's a midfield 3. There's so many different things this could be. Let's see. It's only 2 minutes into the game. Enzo is moving forward at the moment. I'm looking for some killer passes from you. Play that into Neto if you could. Lovely. First time shot if you don't mind. Unlucky. Unlucky, son. Do you know what we're already getting in the first 2 minutes with Neto is a willingness to run and an energy and an intensity. And remember when we referenced Timo Werner and Kai Havertz in this front 2 / 3-4-3 under Tuchel, there was energy. There was runs being made. There was some press. And it's not like there's going to be loads of quality because the shots, we'll see how they go. But he's showing something. He's trying to be a threat. He's trying to cause some havoc. And that is more than Nkuku was doing. So, yeah, so it's weird to watch, but it's better than nothing. So let's see if he has a good game. It's better than nothing. We've already had 2 moments where he's made that move in behind and Enzo is looking for him. Hopefully they can develop some sort of understanding as the game goes on. I'm sure this is their first time doing it, really, outside of training. So it's a lot. But yeah, our striker is running, guys. Our striker is moving forward. It's crazy. He's not coming to pick the ball off of the centre-backs. He's not coming to pick the ball off of defenders and lay passes. Man is running forward. Man is running forward. It's mad. Gusto's in possession. Right, this is crazy. So Chalobah, Gusto, Colwell. Gusto, Chalobah, Colwell, Cucurella. That's your back four. Could become a three. Either full back. Could tuck in. Interesting. Here's Colwell. He's going to clear. So Reece James is just not part of this centre-back defensive partnership today. He's not involved. He's in midfield. He's won the ball. Great tackle. Enzo's clipped it over the top. Remember, it's not a skill set issue with Reece James. It's a physical thing. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying I didn't want him in there because I think he's going to struggle technically. I'm saying I worry about him in there physically. So even if he passes technically, I don't want to see after the game he's injured because he didn't pass the test physically or he gets clattered into and gets injured. So we really, let's see. Hopefully he gets through this okay and he has a good performance in there. But you're asking a lot of him physically. You are asking a lot. It's a lot of moving. Hopefully it's okay. Do you know, it's funny, a lot of our defenders have played midfield before. Even Chalobah, I think, has played DM before as well. So there's actually quite a lot of players that, if you needed them to, from a technical level, they could slot into the DM if their muscle memory of 3-4 years ago on their loan spells comes back into their head. They could do it. Chalobah is another one. We never really mentioned Chalobah doing it, but Chalobah's also played DM before as well. His brother, if you remember, Nathaniel Chalobah, who came through our academy and then went to Watford, I believe. He was an actual DM. He was an actual defensive midfielder. So, yeah. Here's Gusto. Oh, unlucky. People are saying Chalobah's injured. I'm not there yet. I hope that you are telling me fibs. Well, I don't have the energy for more injuries today. Oh, he's down. Yeah, I see it. Chalobah's down. Hopefully it's just a little tweak. Nothing too dramatic. Right, so he's still down. It's not looking good. He is shaking his head and saying no. So there's certain stretches and certain muscle movements and twists that they're trying out and testing on his body to see if he can carry on. And he's shaking his head and saying, this ain't good. And Maresca's now just signaled to the bench and said, time to come on. So Tosin is going to come on for Chalobah, which shouldn't change much. In terms of shape, in terms of responsibility, position, it doesn't change anything. Tosin is not playing as a wide CB with Gusto there. He's more in the middle, unless Gusto decides to go on an adventure. But yeah, not a massive change to the way we're playing, but not good. We don't really need more injuries. So we've already got Fofana out in the back line. We've Badiashile out. James is always a question. We just have to hope and pray that he keeps fit more than 3 games in a row. We don't have any cover at left back apart from the academy guys. You do have Achimpong. You do have Insamino. So it's not like there isn't numbers, but there's certainly a lack of experience. So yeah, it's we've got some big away trips to end the season as well. Arsenal, Forest, Newcastle. So, but I think he should be okay in terms of the long term. Maybe he'll be out for the Southampton game, maybe, but hopefully back for the game after that. But let's see what the manager says after the game. So Tosin's on. So weird that we've got no sponsor. I'm sorry I keep banging on about it, but it's so weird that we're the only Premier League club with no front of shirt sponsor. It's just become so normal to see the kits like this, but there's nothing on it. It's mad. We even lost the crypto shirt sleeve sponsor as well, if you guys remember, because any crypto company, obviously, a little bit dodge with the source of finance. It's a bit unpredictable. They had to pull out of that deal as well, I think. So it's all mad. Here's Neto. He's on the right now, cutting in. He's trying to twist up Maatsen. Go on. He's in the box. Yes! Come on! Enzo Fernandez at Villa Park again, just like last season in the FA Cup, with the mad free kick that he whipped in. Chelsea take the lead 8 minutes in. Come on! Yes! I don't know how on earth we're ahead with a goal in open play for once, for after a game where we didn't hit any shots on target. But yeah, we've scored, and it's not a bad start for us at all. We've had a couple of little half chances, little runs in behind. It's come from Neto. Unbelievable turn in midfield from Caicedo. Great passing behind. This guy's vision and execution is so underrated, Caicedo. He's such a good passer of the ball. Squares up Maatsen, kills him on the outside, gets himself into the box. And Enzo Fernandez showing more presence in the box as a striker than we've seen all season at times. This guy, right place, right time, waiting for the tap-in. Anticipation, understanding of what is... Because... You know, we've seen it so many times, people standing on the bloody penalty spot or on the edge of the box when there's someone running to the byline like that. Get yourself on the end of them. Get yourself in between the defenders and the goalkeeper. Be a nuisance. Be in the right area. Great from Enzo, 1-0. Thank you for being in the right position. Because I've seen that ball too many times this season where it's a decent ball in. It's a decent ball in, but no one's there. And it just looks like a waste of everyone's time. Looks like... It just goes down as an uncompleted cross. You know, that's what it goes down as. So we needed that. We needed that. Someone in the right place at the right time. Now, let's see if the defense can do us some justice. Great start. Doesn't get any better than that first 10 minutes to be 1-0 up and to actually be playing well as well. Or playing, you know, being competitive, I'd say. That's what we are. We're competitive right now. We're not just getting rolled over, so that's good. And Cuckoo's won a free kick. But yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm a little bit shocked. You know, we haven't seen Enzo score a goal in a while. That's his 4th Premier League goal of the season. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them came in a very close cluster in the same period of time when he was being an 8, getting on the edge of the area, away to Tottenham, you know, getting amongst it. So... It's nice to see that he's got a goal and he's been allowed to move forward. He's forward again. Don't know if he's onside. He's put a cross in. Go on. Oh. Enzo's allowed to get forward. And that means Reece James and Caicedo are the anchors. They are the guys that are in that pivot together. And Enzo's got freedom. And look at what Enzo's doing with this freedom. Look at what he's doing with his freedom. He's getting into the box. He's trying to get himself into dangerous areas. He is an attacking threat today. We have to be honest as well as a fan base. Last season, this was kind of put in our faces, right? Last season, this Enzo 8, box crashing, making runs, getting amongst the final third. This was presented to us, and a lot of us rejected it because it didn't look good. A lot of us wanted him to be deep line playmaker, just in front of the back 4, regista, spraying passes from deep, because he does have a good range and a good progressive pass on him and can, you know, he can play it through the lines and all that. But it's being put in our face again today, and it's working. It is working. It is working today. Mods, be aware, be on point. I'm not going to be looking to block people because I'm watching the game. But yeah, just handle business in there for me, please. Handle business. Cucurella in possession at the moment. Now in Cuckoo, he's going to play it. And it is Cucurella, Reece James, lovely. Out to Gusto, who is on the touchline, not inverting, not in midfield. He's on the touchline. Cole Palmer, this is good. Neto, onside. Gusto, nobody in there yet. Enzo's the one making the runs. So, do you know what? So far, Maresca, I like what I'm seeing with everybody. Reece James was the question mark because can he do it? But we know technically he can, so it looks nice as well. But we're not seeing Cucurella crash in the box. We said it earlier on in the watch-along. We were previewing a little bit because we didn't do a preview. But we spoke about Enzo. He can be a goal threat. He can get, amongst it. But he's been putting Cucurella in those positions. And he's not a good passer, whereas Enzo is, so he can't create. Enzo is looking to create, but he's also box crashing as well. And he's just letting Cucurella be a defender today. Just be a defender. You be the last line of defense. You help in the midfield with the counter press and get touch tight with Caicedo and James and make it a 2-3 or 3-3, whatever. But just let someone who can pass the ball at least be closer to goal to create that final pass, that final, threaded ball into Neto. So far, people are in positions that make sense for them. Apart from Neto, which is random, but it's working. But yeah, Gusto hugging the touchline, Palmer in the half space. It's good. It is good. I like what I'm seeing, guys. I like what I'm seeing. We haven't got Gusto in midfield. We don't have Cucurella as a half space player either. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. So far, so good. So far, so good. 14 minutes gone. 14 minutes gone. Here's Cash. Yeah. I remember. We all remember Reece James at Wigan. Got captaincy, smacking in long shots and free kicks. They put him in midfield because they realised he was so influential on the team, he couldn't be a right back anymore. He needed to be literally in the middle of everything they did. But that was a long time ago. He had dreads back then. Small dreads, but he had dreads. This is a different Reece James, so it's a gamble. It's certainly a gamble, but so far so good. So far so good. He's bringing a bit of steel, bit of physicality into that midfield. Lovely interception, Reece James. Lovely interception. Go on. Palmer. Who's more on the right, but he's got the support. That's the key. You're going to play Palmer on the right. You've got to give him the support. Look where Gusto is. Hand up, Gusto on the touchline. So Palmer isn't a touchline winger. He was never a touchline winger, even last season. Might have done it at City, actually, to be fair, on the left in the cup games. But for us, you've got to give him that support. That right flank last season was our best part of the pitch. It was the only part of the pitch we liked. Gusto, getting assists, great, unlucky with the cross. Palmer with him. He's gone back to that. That looks good. That looks good. A lot of people have been crying out for that. Go back to the same right flank, same template as last year. He hasn't been doing it. Palmer's always been in the 10. Today, he's not in the 10. He's not in the 10. Even off the ball, you can see he's going to make sure Maatsen is looked after. Gusto goes back to right back. That's when you really know. When you can see Palmer's position off the ball and he's looking at that left back and he's making sure that he's looking after him, then you know position's changed. That's when you truly know the position's changed. Bruh. They're coming with the intensity and it's good today, man. So far, these men have turned up. They're not playing some passive nonsense. Even Nkuku's not too bad. Unlucky. Yeah, this is a good start, man. Such a good start that I actually kind of need a second goal soon. Yeah. Yeah, listen, Nkuku's showing commitment. Little bit between him today. He's getting amongst the duels. He's looking to hold people off. He's not just and even at times it's looking like him and Neto is a little bit of a front two. I'm just looking at the pressing structure. Neto's kind of pull off to the right side. He's pulling off to Mings, and then you got Nkuku looking more at Konza, but you got resemblance of a two there with even Enzo just behind. So it's a lot of changes today, a lot. And they must have, and like he said, in training, they got a different plan, different structure. We're now seeing it, and it does look very good. So credit to the manager. So far, he's come with something different. Like, everything is different right now. There's nothing in this game plan that's remotely similar to what we've seen. Everything is different. That's a great ball. Go on, get there. Gusto, look at Gusto galloping up and down. This is what I've asked for. This is what I've asked for. Oh, Gusto up and down, giving me width. Giving me old Gusto from last season. This is what I asked for. I prayed for times like this. Then you got Palmer. Yes. Nice delivery. This is what yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Come on, I need a second goal. I need a second goal immediately. I need a second goal. Oh, I need a second goal. Oh, they're countering us. They're countering us. Oh, he's going to get a shot, Watkins. Ooh, what a save. Good save from Jorgensen. McGinn. They're going to have chances, Villa. They're going to have chances. It's guaranteed. Oh, that's a terrible clearance. It's a terrible clearance. What is that? Bro, your super chat has been rushed because I don't even know what you're saying, bro. We want back Sanko. I don't know what you're saying. I think you mean Sancho. I'm assuming you're a Man United fan. Bro, the press is better today. There's better, the runs in behind, vertical runs in behind. We're cutting through a little bit better today. Yeah, it's better. It's better. It's better. Structure's better. It's really, really good. And you've got an extra defender in there as well because when we are defending, Reece James can just slot back into the back three from midfield and give an extra body. So now you've got Colwell, Chalobah and Reece James instead of just the two centre-backs. So you've got an extra body there as well to defend in the box properly. When them balls are being cut back, you don't want to be giving away penalties. Got an extra defender in there who knows what he's doing. Reece James has just become critical in this setup. You can see why he mentioned him in the pre-match interview because he's the only one that is doing that shuttle bus role there and doing it properly. So it is almost a little bit like a John Stones in a way where there is no inverting, there is no tucking in. It is from centre mid mainly, and then if we're deep and we need to manage the game, say last 10, 15 minutes, we're going to a back five, Reece James just steps back in and everybody just take a step back. But it is very good to see. It is very good to see. It's working so far. Maatsen left side. Oh, shit. Bro. We almost conceded, guys. We need to be watching Watkins, man. Watkins' movement. We're not watching him. We're not paying close enough attention to Watkins' movement. And this is why I told brother who had his mortgage up for renewal, bruv. I said, yo, Watkins, because look at the space. Look at that, man. How are we going to leave this guy in the box with that much time and space? It's crazy. Great block from Cucurella. And we saw it against Liverpool. Man just found a bit of space. Got a run on Van Dijk and there was the header. Can't be giving this guy 2-3 yards in the box to just do what he wants. It's too open. This is why I don't mind it becoming a back five, because now people can just focus man to man. None of this zonal shit. Man to man. Who's your man when crosses are coming in? Make sure you got him. I don't want to see all these gaps in between these defenders. Mings is down, but I think he's even just come back from an injury. I don't even know what happened. How he's even back, because I thought he was out long term again, but he's there. Yeah, it's a really, really good setup, but just need these crosses cut out a lot better. These crosses are stressing me out. This is good though. I'm glad. At least the one thing we said coming into this game is do something different, and he's done something completely different. He's done something different. $22 minutes. This feels like he's actually used the week to, like, with the Brighton games, we had a whole week in between, and it's almost like we didn't. It's like we just played 3 days later and just rocked up with the same template and the same shit. This game, it feels like you've actually used the week that you had to fix things, reflect, and change. That's what it feels like. It feels like a team that had a week to prepare, which is what you want to see. Now, listen, this is a spell in the game where Villa are having a bit of the ball, and that's going to happen. This is Aston Villa. This is not Cheltenham or Morecambe or you know, this is a team that are going to have their moment. They're going to have their time. They're at home. Now I need to see some good defending. I need to see some really good defending for the next 10 minutes. I need to see some proper defending. I don't expect us to come and play how we did for the first 15 for the whole 90. I'm expecting some defending to be done. And these men have to stand up. I'm sorry. They have to stand up and defend. You can't be cracking and breaking every time there's a bit of a spell against you. Got to defend. This free kick's going to come in. I need everybody marked up, and I need this ball headed away. Ball in. Corner. Defend it. Is it a goal kick? Colwell's screaming for the goal kick. Oh, offside. Okay. Come on. Let me just refresh, actually. Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit ahead now. I'm going to switch up my timer if I have to. Nice bit of pressing from Nkuku. Very nice. I'm just getting the replay on this. Cut back for Enzo. Took the shot. Good effort. Good effort. Looking for the top corner. Goalkeeper's on it now. What minute is this saying on? Okay. I'm going to have to switch the timer in a minute. It's a bit behind. When I get a chance. Watkins. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, that was not good, man. Listen, these crosses, it's going through people like holograms. It's not good. It's not good, man. These crosses they're going through people like they're ghosts. Need to be putting your foot through these and clearing. Can't be out here just letting the ball just go across like that. It's happening too often. Defenders need to seriously, like, I need more no nonsense defending. I'm not getting no nonsense defending from tossing there. It's looking like nonsense defending, really. Your foot needs to be connecting with that football, and it needs to be out. Because what's going to happen is, if there's these little errors, it's going to go through the team. Other people are going to start making errors, and we're going to have problems. So anybody who's got nerves or has got the shits, let it be known to the wider public so we can hook you. Because I can't be having one person's nerves or one person's bowel problems spreading throughout the team. We ain't got viruses today. Ain't got time for it. It's like Christensen when he was ill at half time. You just have to take him off. Man had an upset stomach. Correa. Nkuku. Colwell. Enzo. Switch. Oh, it looked like it kind of hit his hand a little bit, but let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Palmer, Neto. I love the way Neto's always looking to make a run in behind, keeping them defenders honest. Always looking to make a run in behind. It just pushes that defensive line from Villa a little bit back. Oh, we've lost the ball there. Oh my days, bro. There's nothing worse than Villa running at your defense with all their ball carriers. It's not good. All their dribblers. You just don't want to see them burgundy shirts just running at you. Oh, come on, man. Gusto. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, these crosses, guys. These crosses. It's too easy with these damn crosses. Every cross that comes into this box, I can count maybe 2 crosses. One that's come into this box and being dealt with properly. Everything else is going through everybody and finding someone. Or luckily, no one's there. But no crosses are being dealt with. And they're all on the ground. They're all low crosses and nobody's anticipating them defensively and getting them clear. It's too easy. Get it back to Neto, please. Oh, it's too easy. Let's get the second because we ain't keeping a clean sheet. I can tell you that now. Shot. Oh! Palmer. We ain't keeping a clean sheet, so we need the second goal right now. We's not keeping no clean sheet today. It's not happening. I might even change the score to 1-1 just so we can get in the mindset of we need the second goal. Because we ain't keeping no clean sheet. It ain't happening. I've seen enough. Look at this. Brother. And I don't think he's offside as well. It's crazy. And these men are in no man's land. They don't even know he's there. They're not registering that Watkins is a striker. They're not registering. It's not calculating for them in their brain. These centre-backs, they don't realise Watkins plays up front. They don't understand. Every time I see Watkins, there's no one even near him. It's not even like the guy's got someone touch tight and he's just quicker. Nope. No one near the brother. He's just alone. Alone. In acres of space. Where is this spam coming from? Do I need to do something? Okay. It's no problem. It's no problem because it seems like I have to do something I haven't done in many times. But, you know, you see me, I ain't got time for this, you know. I'll be honest. I have not got the time for this. So unless you were subscribed 2 days ago, I'm sorry. Unless you were subscribed 2 days ago, this chat is locked off. Locked off. And by the way, I can extend that shit to a year. I can extend it to 30 days. Do not fucking try me today. Because I'm trying to watch my team play. Do not try me. I can change these default settings like nothing before you ain't seen. Yeah? I can change this shit. It don't have to be 5 minutes. It don't have to be 15 or 20. I can set this shit back to October 2021. Yeah? I can set this shit back. So don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because I can make it only OGs in this chat, you know. I can make it only OGs. And you got to be subscribed for a year to get up in this chat. So don't come with me these fake Gmails. Shut the fuck up. We're trying to watch the game. You're bullshit. Yeah? Because that's what's going to happen. I got these settings. Big up to YouTube, man. They got the custom option. These men are trying to enjoy each other's company in the chat. And you man are out here ruining it with some fake Gmails. Some of these weirdos, bro. Nah. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. It's 2 days ago now. Sorry to the newcomers, but yeah, you be there for the next watch-along. You be there for the next watch-along. Bro, I can make it a year. I'm telling you. YouTubers don't do it, but I don't know what's going on this year. This 2025, all these bots, bro. I don't know what happened. We didn't have no bots last year. All these bots have come back and they're just ruining everything. These men are crazy. They can't be real. Must be a glitch in the system. There's no way there's real people making these fake accounts. It can't. It can't be. Can't be. 2 days was nice. I'll be honest. I'm being nice with the 2 days. Don't try me, fam. Don't try me. 32 minutes in, Palmer's down. He's getting back up. Oh, bro. Do you know what it is, yeah? If we had like a fast Thiago Silva, we'd get so many more clean sheets than we do. Even with the goalkeepers. There's a certain aura and a certain presence that comes from top-tier, elite-level centre-backs that just change everything. Everybody around them looks better. Everybody around them feels more at ease. They feel more confident. The goalkeeper can feel more confident. Like, we haven't had a top keeper since Courtois. But we've had... Oh, I'm just Villa attacking. Clear. Thank you. We haven't had a top goalkeeper since Courtois. But we've had top defences since Courtois. Champions League. Even with Mendy. Mendy's a good keeper. He wasn't great. But we had Rudiger. We had Thiago Silva. I'm telling you, an elite level, experienced defender can change your whole life. We need one of them because a lot of these defenders, they're not bad players, but they are not competent next to each other. They're not competent together. They need someone to lead them badly. A top goalkeeper obviously would change. That's when you become title contenders. But just to have a good defense, need a defender, man. Need a new defender. It will change everything. Really will. I don't know where we're gonna get said defender, but I'm just saying. I know what we need. I don't know where I'm gonna get it. I don't know if there's any of the shops around here, but we need it. We need it, man. It will change everything. Because these guys are just. It feels like they're nervous. I don't know. It feels like they're nervous, or they're not understanding what's around them. They need someone communicating back there. If they're not communicating, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's too easy, man. But we're in possession now anyway. Let's see. Here's Cucurella. All we need is one A-side student at the back. And I'm telling you, they can tutor all these B's and C's and get them A's. Next thing you know, the whole class is passing the exam. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Neto today is he's moving horizontally. Brother is a right winger, sometimes a striker, maybe even on the left. He's moving horizontally. His whole job today is just moving like this, side to side, on the last line, side netting. No worries. Watkins trying to scare us. But yeah, his whole job today, Neto, is just pick up the ball on the last line of defense. It doesn't matter where it is, mainly in the middle and the right, but last line of defense. Make sure you keep all that back foot occupied, keep them busy, stop them from getting too confident, stepping up. And he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. Watkins, that was a good shot. It's a good shot from Watkins, to be fair. Jorgensen's cleared. Yeah. The only thing is we can't really go long. We're not going to win that. Mings and Konza are going to win every single header. So if we go long, we're gonna be dispossessed easily. So we need to pick out people. Yeah, I had to cook them, brother, because they were arguing about Rudiger versus Bastoni, bro. And you know what? I was very patient. Like, I tried to keep things cordial, but I was starting to get cooked. Oh, my God. Look at Jorgensen flapping. My goodness. This is crazy. I was starting to get cooked because the chat like, yo, you're the host and you're letting this run? Okay, we're going to cook you. I said, nope, I ain't getting cooked. I am not getting cooked, so I'm going to have to shut this whole shit down. and that is what I did. It had to be done. I had no choice. Play it. Good. Nice. We got space now. Look at the far right. Look. Palmer. Look at Palmer. Oh, there was something there. In Cuckoo. Go on. Take a shot. Nice. Yes, Christopher. Yes, Alan. Take some responsibility. Yeah. Take a shot. Yeah. Heck, even take a free kick in a minute. Yeah, man. Take a free kick in a minute. I want to see you shooting. Yeah. That man's meant to be one of the best finishers at the club. Take a free kick. Do something. Yes, take responsibility. This is what Sancho's not doing. He's not taking no shots. Whoever takes shots is my new friend. You know what I mean? Anyone who takes shots at this point, take shots. Take some shots, fam. Take some shots. Oh, shit. Bro. Are we going to get that free kick? Yeah. Villa, they got people. Oh, man. Ramsey, look at all these guys. They're taking on people, running at you. They're relentless. They're like a dog with a bone. They don't care. Ramsey, Rodgers, just getting the ball, collecting it, and running straight for you. They're not trying to be discreet. They're not trying to go around the corner, look for the back. No, look round the back. Nah, just straight at you, right in your face. When I receive the ball, I'm running at you, fam. Yeah? Not trying to divert, not trying to take the long way around. I'm running at you. It's scary. Fair play to Emery for giving them the freedom to do that. because they will turn over the ball. And managers hate that. But some managers in the modern day, they hate it, obviously. But he's giving them the freedom. Bruh, confidence to just, every time they pick it up, they're just running at us. Running at us, man. Yeah, they got quick players, bro. They do. I just hope that we can maintain the intensity that we've shown in the first half, in the second half. Because we've spoken about it before, over the winter period, with the second halves, the gassing out and the drop-offs, and we don't need that today. Because if we drop off today, they will be there. Their intensity is not going to drop, Villa. It's going to keep going. Well, maybe it will drop, because they did play Liverpool on Wednesday, but I don't know. I feel like teams like Villa, they dig into extra resources. They dig into extra energy. They got extra batteries in their pack. You don't know where they're finding them, but they're bringing them. They're bringing the energy. But yeah, let's see. So far, so good. So far, can't complain. It could not be better performance, because I'm not expecting it to be flawless and perfect. So actually, that's a lie. It could be better. We could defend crosses better. That's the only thing. Just the crosses. The crosses, yeah, that's a ticking time bomb. If we can defend the crosses better, then it's perfect. If we could defend the crosses. Good ball. Oh, that's a lovely ball from Tosin. That's a beautiful ball. Here's Gusto. Palmer. What a pass that was. Beautiful flight. Tosin's got a good pass on him, to be fair. Oh, that touch, man. Come on, fix that touch. Come on, guys. Let's fucking go, guys. Oh, my. Well done. Good. Play it, please. Oh, no, there's no space. Forget it. Kukurea in Cuckoo. Give him some support. Good. Nice. Gusto and Kukurea. They're supporting the wingers today. It's good. Good, intensive running. Even though they know sometimes, well, especially Kukurea there, he knows I'm not going to get the ball, but just making the run. Just so Cuckoo can cut in. Do his thing. This is where pure happiness and joy comes from. I'll be honest. If we can see this out, I don't even care. I don't know. I don't even know what happened today in the other games. This is where the joy comes from. This is where it comes from, guys. Don't ever forget that. Oh, he caught that. Reece James, when I saw that ball dropping out the sky, I said, yo, have I got something here? You got something for me? You got something for me, brother? I need that second goal. Same, bro, because we know what this is. We've had first half performances like this in the winter period against Fulham, I think, and Palace, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, because there's other games as well. I might be mixed up with Bournemouth. I don't know, but listen, there's been games. I think 2 of those 3. I'm thinking, and first half's been good. Created chances, didn't take enough of them. Got pegged back. That cannot be the story today. We have an opportunity today to really kick Villa maybe out of this top 5 race or top 4 race. I wouldn't rule them out completely because they got a good side, but they got Champions League. They're managing that as well. If we can beat them, it's a long way to go. So it's still a bit far-fetched, but if we can beat them, we can really start to narrow down on who's involved and who's not, hopefully. So it'll be a big win. Big win if we can do it. How many points clear would we be? We'd be 7 points clear of Villa if we win, with a game in hand. bro. We'll be 7 points clear of Villa with a game in hand if we beat them today. That's big. Because I don't see anyone below Newcastle as a top 5 threat. It won't be Brighton. It won't be Fulham. So if we can say to Villa, get out of here, that's big. We're halfway there. That was a nasty landing for that Villa player there. That was nasty, I'll be honest. And we're doing this with Palmer being part of it, but not the main course. So that's an encouraging thing as well, because we know when Palmer's at his best, then this whole thing changes. But we need to actually play without him as well. We need to be able to play a game of football where he's not the main man and still win. And so far, we're doing that today. He's just simply part of the system. He's not doing anything outrageous. If you're just coming in and you just started watching, we're playing really well, apart from crosses and wide areas. The crosses are too easy across the box. There's no conviction in the clearances and awareness, and there's been some moments where Watkins in particular could have equalised because we're not picking him up. That's the one thing I'll say has been poor. But outside of that, a lot of changes to the team in terms of the way we look, where people are playing, and all of those things that the manager's done to change has been positive so far. Like, it's all working. So if we can manage and defend the box better, we're never going to be able to stop Rodgers and Ramsey from making runs at us. Like, that's just mandatory. It's happening. It's happening. But if we could stop them crosses, we'll be a lot better for it. But yeah. I'll delve into it deeper at halftime though. Yes. Oh, good ball. Please. Yes. Oh, unfortunate. But yeah, bro, look how much better. And I know he's had a couple of loose touches and still he needs to iron out defensively, Gusto, his game. Because his game defensively this season has been, at times, I prefer not to speak. However, just the basics of going forward, what he's able to bring, whether it's crosses or it's stretching the pitch and then giving it to Palmer for him to do his cross. That fundamentally is a big improvement to what we've been doing. Big improvement. Big improvement. Now, the defensive stuff, he's going to have to fix that shit for himself because he's going to have to start, look at him now, bruv. Man has been dragged all the way over to this side of the pitch and was not able to put in a challenge. I don't know if he's a bit too fragile, too weak, or too lightweight. Maybe he needs to get back into the gym. I don't know. But, yes, it's a bit too easy this season. It's too easy for people to run at him and run upon him. Man got dragged all the way to Cucurella's side. It's a good pass from Enzo. Palmer, good touch. Matson's not going to body you, so I'm expecting... Listen, this Neto roll's good, man. Oh, he's got some step overs, yeah? Oh, look at you, Neto. Look at you. What you got? Where you going, fam? Oh, why'd you turn back around and... Man, come on. This brother, I thought he was about to do something. I said, actually, I'm just going to turn it back. Actually, it's nearly half time. Probably the wise thing to do. Here's Nkuku. Oh, man. Yeah, Nkuku better today. He's in a position that he can play, unlike the striker position. So I'm going to get through them super chats at half time. Here's Cucurella, Nkuku. Enzo. Cucurella. And cleared. Throwing. We're nearly at half-time. We just need to get to half-time and get to our break. What we don't want is conceding before half-time. It will give them a lot of momentum and a lot of buzz going in at the break. We need to see this out. A few minutes left. Neto. Yeah. It's not your long-term role, but you've put a proper shift in today in that position. It's gonna really be appreciated at full time if we can see this out, because that role that he's playing today is so important. I was asking before the game, because I thought Nkuku was guaranteed to play out front, who is going to stretch the pitch, who is going to provide us some sort of threat, either in behind or holding up the ball, who's going to provide some outlet, and Neto's gone in there and done exactly that. Clear that. Like, just look at how much running Neto's getting through. Just, it's mad. Man is, when I go to man's heat map, it's just going to be the whole front line everywhere. It's gonna be a lovely little heat map for that man. He's a right winger, striker. Yeah, he's all over. He's proper performance. He's everywhere. And he's got an assist from that flank. Yeah, need a second. Until we get a second, and even if we get a second, I'll still be shitting myself. But if we do not get a second, then I'm gonna be expecting the inevitable in that defense, because we have not seen a clean sheet since. When was the last time we kept a clean sheet away from home? I think it was Bournemouth. Bournemouth away, 1-0 win. And when did we keep a clean sheet? Actually, just in general. Let me see. I'll check at half-time, actually. We've got one more free kick to defend. Is it half-time? Okay, cool. So, when was the last time we kept a clean sheet? In the Premier League. Not in the FA Cup against Morecambe. It was against Everton at Goodison Park, 22nd of December, 0-0 draw. So, that was the last time we kept a clean sheet. But let's see how many times we've kept a clean sheet this season. So, we had a clean sheet against Aston Villa at home. That's 2. Bournemouth away. That's 3. We've kept 3 clean sheets this season in the Premier League. It's the 26th game. 3, guys. In 26 games, we've kept 3 clean sheets in the Premier League. That tells you all you need to know about how difficult this second half is for this team. For this team and their mental and their maturity and their management of the game, and the manager as well. This second 45 minutes, if it has to be a clean sheet, if we don't get that second, this is why we're all saying we have to get the second, because 3 clean sheets in 26 games tells you we need a clean sheet. Away to Bournemouth, at home to Aston Villa, the team we're playing today, and away to Everton. 3 clean sheets in 26 games. We need a clean sheet. We need a clean sheet. Sorry, West Ham away as well. Sorry, 4 clean sheets. Sorry. So West Ham away, Bournemouth away, Everton away, and Newcastle and Aston Villa at home. So 4 clean sheets. 4 clean sheets in 26 games. 4 clean sheets in 26 games. Which is, it makes no difference. 3 or 4, it's still bad. 4 clean sheets in 26 games. So we gotta buck up our ideas. Gotta buck up our ideas with the crosses. Make sure that we cut them out. Because Watkins maybe will come off that pitch at halftime thinking I could have had a goal already. But that is that. They do look sketchy back there. They do look shaky back there. But outside of that, very, very happy with the first half. Let's go through the super chats. This is the Maresca ball I fell in love with, says Joe, with a super chat. Jerry says, Amrim is a VS Burst 2.0. Who hyped this ute? Mad. Yeah. Right. Smash up the likes. Let's get to 1K likes. There's nearly 3,000 of you in here. So whilst I have your attention, smash up them likes for me. Let's get that done. Let's get that sorted. So this is your halftime analysis that you've arrived for. Very, very impressed that we have, well, very thankful. The word I should use is thankful, because really we should have had this weeks ago. Really, we should have had a different strategy or a different plan weeks ago. But this is the game where we look like, for once, we have used the week well. We have understood that there are certain things that just will not work, that don't work. In Cuckoo up front is one of those things. It will not work. It does not work. So change it. Today, the manager has used Neto as an outlet. We're not going to hold up the ball, necessarily win the aerial duels. We can't do that. We will not do that. But what we will do is we will make runs off the ball. We will stretch the defenders out and leave gaps in between them, so Enzo and Palmer can play some passes in through. We will stretch that. We will even go to the wing, and we'll go and do some work over there. That has been a great move from the manager. That was a great decision. It shocked me. I didn't see it coming. Wasn't even in my headspace. I'm trying to think if anyone suggested it on the channel, and I'm gonna flag up. I think in a preview when I had guests, I think we had George Benson, and we had Tobes. And if I remember correctly, and you guys will let me know in the chat, obviously George went with Palmer as a false nine. I think I said Sancho as a false nine, which with the lack of intensity that he shows at time, you know, that was purely technical with holding the ball up and laying it off, not intensity. I think Tobes, not Tobes. I think Josh said Neto up front. We had Josh. I think he said Neto up front. So you guys let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but I'm pretty sure he said Neto up front. And that has proven to be a really left field idea. I'm going to give him a little text in a minute. But that has proven to be a really good left field idea, because it's working so far for us today. And then on top of that, he's obviously putting Enzo back into attacking areas. You know, I've said, I don't know if I've said it enough, but I've said, yes, when you're putting Cucurella into the half spaces, he's box crashing and he's got a few goals. But in general play, when you're trying to cut open a team, when you're trying to create opportunities, you're not going to get Cucurella on a spin, on a turn, playing balls in behind or putting these incredible, you know, dribbling, or you're not going to get any of these attacking midfield dynamics that you need. There's two things that I can get from an attacking midfielder. It's either you're going to get the ball and you're going to run at defenders like Rodgers or Ramsey, you're going to pick it up, dribble, you know, draw fouls, or you're going to get the ball, assess your options around you, and you're going to play those killer passes in behind, and you're going to create things. I need one of the other. I cannot have neither. Cucurella cannot do either. Cucurella is great at defending. He can actually, you know, box crash, but that's not a long-term solution. That's not what you build your £1 billion squad on. Let him be a defender. Let him go into midfield and defend in there and counter press, but do not have it in your head that that's the only thing we can have is him box crashing. Enzo there in that midfield today with a goal, right place, right time, showing more anticipation and awareness about where he needs to be for a cutback than many, many forwards this season. Whoever's played in there has not anticipated crosses, whether it be Jackson, whether it be in Cuckoo. Not anticipated crosses this season enough. Cutbacks have just gone across the goal, flashed across, nobody on the end of them. And then it looks like an uncompleted cross. Now it looks like it's the winger's fault, like they did something wrong. No, they put the ball in. Where were you? Enzo was on time, right position, 1-0, tap in, easy goal. So he's had a great performance. I'm really enjoying Caicedo, Reece James in the middle as well. My only concern with Reece James, and we'll see in the second half, is it's a lot of physical. It's a lot of, you know, you're asking a lot of him physically. It could be exhausting, covering that ground back and forth. But at the moment, so far, I get it. It's making sense in terms of physicality. It's bringing an extra bite to the midfield, extra tackle, interception. Let's just see if he can maintain that. And if, again, just don't get injured. Gusto, love this. Defensively, Gusto has got... Gusto defensively, that's for him to fix. He's been poor defensively this season. But on the ball, that is on Maresca. inverting him, asking him to be a 10, asking him to be someone on the swivel like he's Iniesta with press resistance and understanding of, time and space and movement and trying to connect the dots and play the final pass. Fuck all that. This brother last season was an up and down, cross, up and down, cut back, up and down, energy, up and down, chance creation, up and down, assists. That is what he's doing today. He's putting a couple of crosses, and if he can't cross, he's saying, I've done my run, I've stretched the back line, as Neto is, stretched the back line, I've got Villa on the back foot, now I'm going to lay it off to Palmer, and now we're going to go up against the block. But that is gusto. All this extra little fancy shit, get that out of here. Get that out of here. You got Kukurea who can invert. You got Reece James who's in midfield today. Heck, you may even find someone else. But gusto, at all costs, leave this brother running up and down. And again, I'm not saying Gusto's been good defensively because he's had a couple of loose touches. He's been cooked at times defensively. He's running with people and, they're just running and he can't stop them. So I'm not saying Gusto is great, but Gusto at least is doing on the ball or in possession what he needs to do. We're still conceding chances. We're still conceding some crosses. They're coming from the flanks. They got to be cut out. People need to start watching Watkins. Watkins is running around in the box. No one's near him. No one's assessing the danger. I don't know what's going on up here. Yeah, that's between Colwell and Tosin to sort out. Maybe as the game goes on, you move Reece James into the back line. You make it a back five. Maybe if we are still 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go, you do have to lock it off. 15 minutes to go. You have to shut it up. And you do have to put Reece James in that back three. Go over 5 and try and rejig and just close the spaces because there's too many gaps in between the centre-backs. The ball's coming across and it's like these men are defending in isolation. They're just defending like separate entities. This is a merge. This is one company. This whole back line is one company. And you man are defending like you're separate companies. No, it's not going to work. I need the defenders to come together. Close the gaps. Narrow. Be narrow. Let Rodgers and Jacob Ramsey go wide. Let them run wide to their heart's content. Let them run all the way to the corner flag. But in the middle of the box, 6-yard box, I need compactness because the gaps are crazy. It's crazy. But, if you want to cut out those gaps, easiest thing to do is just put a 5. Because, people get dragged out and then it gets all... Just put a 5. If you have to do a 5 at some point, I can see it. I understand it. We've done it before. It won us a whole Champions League. So, do you know what I mean? I'm not against it. I'm not really bothered about how we have to win this game in the second half. I just need us to win the game. And if we have to be a little bit nasty, then that would actually show something that we've been lacking. As opposed to thinking that we have to do it our way and only that way. Right, so that's my halftime analysis. And we are we in the second half now? I think, actually, let me just refresh because I don't know what's going on here. No, we're not. That was just old footage. So, as it stands, we're currently 4th in the Premier League table, 46 points, 1 point behind Nottingham Forest, who play Newcastle tomorrow at 2:00. I will not be watching. Actually, that's a lie. I will be watching. I do care. But again, like I said, I don't really want to be asking for results for anyone else. If Newcastle lose, maybe that's good because that's one less team with a gap of 5 points that we have to immediately be thinking about. If Nottingham Forest lose, we're closer to them. It doesn't really matter who wins, loses, or draws. I'll be honest. We handle our business. We don't need to worry about nobody else's. That's the rules. That's the rules around here. And if we can finish this game with a win, guys, I will have good news for you. The next 2 games is at home to Southampton and Leicester City. Yeah? Southampton and Leicester City. Those are the next 2 home games. I think there's a weekend off because FA Cup or something's going on and we're not involved. I think it's FA Cup. So those are very winnable games. You have to win those games. Anything else is a damn right disgrace if you drop points at home to those 2 teams that are literally getting relegated. So we could hit a bit of form. We could, rack up a couple of wins in a row. And it doesn't mean that we're guaranteed to make top 4 at all. But it means that we have put ourselves back in good contention when the difficult fixtures come again, because there is Arsenal away, there is Tottenham at home, there is Man United, there is Newcastle, there is Nottingham Forest, there is Liverpool. So we will not be out of the woods if we win the next 3 games in a row, including this. But we will have a belief that we at least can do it. Because coming into this game, a lot of people were ready to say, you know what? If this brother's gonna keep playing in Kuku up front, we may as well just wrap this shit up and go home. We ain't making nothing. Thankfully today, the manager has surprised us and he's done something completely different. So hats off to him. Now I'm gonna get the timer ready. I'm gonna go through the chat, but I'm gonna just set this timer up because we are gonna kick off in a minute for the second half, I think. What's going on in this chat? Let's see. These are must wins. Stop spamming. Yeah, anybody spamming, we blocking. Break the curse. Jorgensen saves. Rogers ghosting. People are saying we are at Watkins' mercy. Bro, we are at Watkins' mercy right now. We just have to hope that this man doesn't want to ruin our lives. Oh, dear. It's honestly. Let's see. What else have we got? Bit worried for Chalobah. We'll have to wait until the end of the game. Hopefully he's not out for too long. We do have favourable fixtures coming up where Chalobah shouldn't be the be-all and end-all. Because A, Chalobah's not even been defending well recently. And B, we just should be winning them games regardless. But then after Southampton and Leicester, then yes, I'm going to need Chalobah back because I just need options when we're going to the Emirates, when we're going to all these games. I need Chalobah back. So yeah, if he's out for a week, it's not the end of the world. If he's out for longer, then like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, then we have problems. So let's see what happens. But right now, when you don't have players playing well and they don't have momentum coming into this game, injuries is not helpful. I know people say, oh, well, it doesn't matter, he's injured because he's not playing well anyway. That's not how it works. Like, we need options because if everybody's playing poorly, I might at least need people to be on their toes for positions and not be complacent. I can't have you playing poorly and be complacent because you know you're not getting benched because there's nobody fit. That's a problem. So at a bare minimum, if you're not even having a lot of people in form, you can at least have options to again, be tactically flexible. Because again, today, this is great. But if we didn't have Neto fit and people would be like, oh, Neto's not playing well, so it doesn't matter if he's fit. We might not be able to do this today. You know, if we didn't have Neto fit, we don't have maybe someone to play out front and do the position how he's doing it. Or maybe we're asking for someone else to do it and they don't do it like this. So we need options. Because then more options we have, the more we can say to the manager, right, do something, you know, be flexible, be unpredictable, make something happen. So I need as many players fit as possible. Injuries is never a good thing. Second half's about to kick off. I think Rashford is coming on for Aston Villa and he's coming on for Jacob Ramsey. So Rashford is going to go onto the left wing and that will be a straight swap. He didn't have a great game against Liverpool. But let's hope that he doesn't have a great game against us. We are going to be kicking off in a minute. Sorry if I've missed any super chats. I'm getting to them right now. I'm just trying to make sure the timing's right on the kickoff. Oh, this is not easy. We have kicked off, and I'm praying I am in time. I think I might be all right. All right, so super chat. Clear Lake treat footy like it's baseball. Sorry. They treat young signings like they are what? Farm system talent? What does that mean? Is that a term in baseball? Farm system talent? I've not heard of that before. Except you pay great farm system baseball players like a few $100K a year, not the same here. Oh, so this is definitely a term from baseball that I'm not familiar with. Because when you said that, initially I was like, oh, he must have done a typo. But I think that's a term in baseball. Farm system talent. Interesting. I know what you mean. Even though I don't know the term, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I've heard it. One sec. Oh, this is it. Who's injured? Bruv, man just got tea and biscuits and I come back and man them's injured. What's going on here? Man just got a little tea and biscuits and come back and people are on the floor crying in agony. Is that Mings again? Bro, I don't know. Mings, I feel sorry for Mings, man. Mings is done. Like, this guy is every time I watch this guy, he's pulling up with another injury. And then I'm like, next time I watch him, I'm like, how did you even make it back onto the starting 11 so quick? I thought you'd be out longer. But then I watch him again and he's out injured again. This brother, hey, this is crazy. Because I think I even said earlier, I think he's injured. But it wasn't an injury, it was just I'm surprised to see him starting because I thought he was injured. And then in the same game he gets injured. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I can't think of anything worse as a footballer than being injury prone. Because what do you do with that? You're constantly playing a game with your own brain. Like your mental is everything to you. It's how many times can you keep coming back from the same shit over and over and over and over again? And some brothers just relentless with it and just keep coming back. And some brothers just like, yo, I'm cooked and just give it up. So it's crazy. It looks like he's trying to come back on. Is he coming back on? It must be, mentally and emotionally draining, honestly. Because, like, we forget, when you're injured, fam, like, properly injured, you're not gliding around your house, your expensive yard. Man, they might be in wheelchairs and shit and on crutches. Like, you're not just injured for the match and then, once the TVs are off, you can walk around, fine. Hey, I'm just gonna just skip and run around my yard with my little ones. Like, when you're injured, you're injured. You're on your sofa with your leg up and your missus is looking after you. Like, it's mentally draining, fam. Like, an injury is a injury. Surgery really is surgery. It's not no laughing matter. I hope you've never seen me make light of anyone's injuries, even for rivals. And if I ever have, I will repent for my sins because, I will never, ever take that shit lightly. It's not funny at all, fam. It's not something to be even joking about when man's are injury prone because it's just peak. It's very peak. Very, very peak, fam. Rashford. I know there are them, especially Man United fans, that have got like a little bit of they got one of them notepads, and when Rashford takes to the field, they do it with Sancho as well. They write their name and mistake minutes, and they just be writing the minute with the mistake, and they got their little notepad, and then they come with their analysis after the game and their statistics. Because they just really don't want these players to thrive and be happy outside of that club. I know it. Listen, don't be... Why can't allow man to score? Listen, this is not the day for Rashford to do anything. Yesterday, he needed... Not yesterday. Midweek against Liverpool, that was when he really could have stole Man United's fans' hearts. Don't be coming today with all this nonsense, fam. Leave us alone. Leave us alone, honestly. Go and get your confidence up somewhere else. 51 minutes. Enzo, good touch. Crowded. Enzo's put in a good shift today. Very good shift. Caicedo, nice. Palmer. Oh, shit. He thought Neto was on his bike. Oh, I really need Palmer to get back into top form, man. I need them shiver me timbers celebrations again, bruv. I feel neglected. I feel malnourished. I feel like I'm not getting my vitamins, fam. This guy, I was ready for them weekly celebrations, them weekly goals. I don't know. I need that shit back. I'm not going to lie. Here's Neto. Go on. Oh, you've taken it wide. Oh! You know what? Considering the first touch really did kind of ruin the opportunity, but it wasn't the worst effort in the world. But what you really would have wanted from Neto here, let's watch this again. Palmer's played the ball in. That first touch, you've got to get yourself in front of Maatsen. Because once you don't do that, now your path is clear. Like, if you get in front of Maatsen, Maatsen can't touch you. And now you're squaring up. And you're ready to get on your left foot and start causing issues for people on the box. But once that touch took him wide and Maatsen's now able to get round the goal side of him, he's just got to hit it first time on his right. Ruin the opportunity. Go on. Good tackle. Good tackle. Is that Colwell? There's a little bit of a back and forth beginning here in Cuckoo. There's a lot of space. Look at the space. Switch to play, man. Switch to play. Why are you scared? All right. Is he onside? Neto. Finish. Oh, unlucky. Bruh. Is he onside? Do you know what, yeah? Oh, I don't know. Neto's timing of his runs has been good. Because that's the one thing with, when I was saying earlier about Werner, brother could not time his runs, was born offside. And he was actually a striker. But that's the only thing you can get yourself into a bit of a problem with these wingers going up front. They don't time their runs. But Neto's timed his runs. His runs have been good. He's using his pace very well today. Let's see. He's always getting triple teamed. Yeah. I mean, listen, when you're going to be a top player, when you are a top player, you got to, I mean, Hazard, triple teamed all the time, quadruple teamed. That's why being able to dribble and carry the ball, this is key, because it gives you another weapon, you know. If people are trying to do that to you now, you just go past them, right? But Palmer's more of a pass player, not really a carrier and a dribbler, so it's a bit limiting. But listen, if you've got everything, you are generational, and it's very few players that have everything that they need. They're usually missing a couple of things, and they got to figure it out. Missing a couple of attributes. Here's Nkuku. Go on. Yeah. Gusto. Fuck's sake, man. Gusto, I'm telling you. You're doing shit that don't... It's just... Look, now. Is that Enzo booked now because of you? Yeah. Gusto. This is why man them at half-time are saying you're having a poor game, because now Enzo's booked because you just passed into a Villa player for no reason. Enzo has to do that. That's actually a good thing that Enzo did that, because he's not really the transition killer. You know what I mean? He's not going to do an N'Golo Kante and win the ball from behind. So he had to do that. But that's all because Gusto's just giving the ball away. It's just sloppy. Now we got Enzo booked for no reason. There's no need. Yeah, whenever you tackle from behind and kill a transition, you're going to get booked. 100%. He knew he would be booked when he did that. Neto. Watching Rashford. Off. Offside. Seen that a mile away. Sorry, mate. Yeah, you're offside. Man's like, who, me? Who, me? Yes, you, brother. Yes, you, brother. He's off. Just watch him at the back post. Bang. Oh, wait. Who the fuck's that? Oh, wait. There was someone at the top. Oh, fuck. I didn't even see that. Man. Who's at the top there? Is that Enzo? Who is that? Oh, no. I think he's on. Look at the back foot. Oh, you're on. Oh, fuck. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. Is that Enzo? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's obviously onside. Why the fuck are you checking that for, you fool? Handball! Did he handball it on the way in? Please! I don't think he did. Yeah, I'm reaching. I'm reaching so much right now. That is a crazy reach. Man said handball. Oh, fuck, it's a goal. Do you know what? Guys, we knew we would concede, so let's not do all that panic attack shit, bruv. Yeah? We knew we would concede. This is reality. We need a second goal. Nothing has changed. It's like the old rules of the Champions League where the aggregate score. You needed a second away goal. So why the goal going in now has confused you? We needed a second away goal. We needed another goal on aggregate to win this game. On aggregate, we needed a second goal. We were never going to win the game 1-0. We were going to go out. 1-1 doesn't change it. We need a second goal. And Gusto, it's his side. But yeah, listen, this is the reality of the Chelsea. We don't keep clean sheets. We do not keep clean sheets. And crosses, we said it in the first half, the crosses are crossing. The crosses are crossing. And man, them are not picking up people. And there's opportunity for Villa there on the crosses. So now, let's see who wants to win the game. May the best man win. Let's see who wants to win this football match. We want, we've had 4 clean sheets in 26 games. We were not leaving this stadium with a clean sheet. We all knew that. It was nice to dream. It was nice to dream and to hypothesize and hallucinate and hypothetical. It was nice. But it weren't happening. It wasn't happening. Not with their forwards. Not with their forwards. They got far too much talent up front for us to be keeping a clean sheet. So we start again. I don't know now if let's see what this team have mentally. If they've got another gear to go, or they're gonna do the predictable shit and first half, second half, different teams. Oh, that's an unbelievable pass, you know. Oh, for fuck's sake. Has that gone out of play? No. Bro, in Cuckoo, man. Enzo. Bro, get that to Nkuku. Oh, is he offside? Oh, fucking hell. Finish. Shoot. Oh, fuck off. Come on, man. Connect with that properly. Come on, Pedro Neto, man. Connect with that. It's a gift from God. It's come from the high heavens. And you've hit the ball like you want to go to hell. It's crazy. Oh. Oh, man, oh, man. Do you know what? The way Gusto's been, you could make a case that Achampong can come on for him, actually, at right back. That wouldn't be a bad change. That would not be a bad change. I don't know if the manager's going to do it, but I definitely would do it myself. I'd bring on Achampong. Oh, my God, look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. Look at the gaps, fam. We need to get some Invisalign for this fucking defense, bro. That's the medical bill we really need to be paying. The gaps are crazy. Yeah, we did have a few opportunities. So did they, bro. Like, on the balance of play, can't be too angry with a draw at the moment. Like, they have had some chances as well. I think we're more just really first half just impressed that we're competitive because, you know, we're actually in the game. We have our own spells of playing well. We have our own chances created. It was never going to be Villa not creating any chances. Of course, they're going to create chances. We have defensive deficiencies, but just the fact that there's new stuff to look at with the system and the tactics. There's chances. There's commitment, like intensity in our play. These are good things. You know, I know the standards have dropped a little bit. But that is the facts. The facts is that, you know, right now in a game like this, the fact that we're matching them for some intensity, matching them for some threat. We got our own attacking threats, and yeah, this is good. Go on. Oh, Palmer, he slipped. Palmer, please find something for me. Ah, fuck. Bro has just gone past like 3 players, and he's looking at Nkuku thinking, brother, when are we going to be on the same wavelength? Like, when are we going to be on the same wavelength? Because it's just not happening. Matson slips, bang, 1, 2, 3. And then the pass is too heavy. It's in front of Nkuku. Them two just don't see the same vision. They don't see the same vision. Palmer's just thinking, rah, bruv. Me and you are not together, are we? And maybe Nkuku's a bit flat-footed as well. He's a bit flat-footed. Sleeping, people are saying. He wanted the ball to feet. Palmer wanted him to run onto it. I don't know what's going on anymore. But all I know is that this is looking like any man can win this game. Oh, back post. I'm seeing man's free. I think the 1-2 was there for Tosin to just play that back to Gusto. I don't think he had to launch it. But, yeah. Do you know what? I know people are disheartened, but this is this is a stark contrast from the Brighton performance. It couldn't get any worse than that. So even if you think we're going to lose from this point onwards, yeah, last week was much worse. I can tell you that for free. Last week was absolutely abysmal. This is at least a competitive game, and Villa are slightly ahead of us, I think, with the way their second half is going, but we have something going forward. Last week was a travesty. Absolute travesty. Now, hopefully the manager could maybe make a change or two if this goes on for 5 more minutes. But let's see what he does. Yeah, listen, if we're losing the midfield battle, it is the same shit as last week and the week before. We know that as time goes on, we are gonna start dropping off, because that's what happens. That's what's been happening. I'm not even here to say it's because of the games or the workload, or because we're not playing Champions League. We've had 1 game a week. We're out the domestic cups early. I don't know why, but it's happening. I don't know if it's down to preseason intensity in the training or the fitness. I have no idea what medical team. I don't know. All I know is that second halves, the midfield tends to drop off 10, 20, 30%. And this is where your Okuchukus or anyone could come in and just give us a little bit more energy. And the fact that we don't have those options from a profile standpoint, unless you're putting Dewsbury Hall in there, it's frustrating. And that's why the window is where it was, because I would love to just say, do you know what? Just bring in a midfielder right now. Just bring in Andres Santos. Even though it's not experience, it's not like, bring in Andres Santos. Right now, bring him in. Do you know how much of a difference that would make to this game? And this is where when people say, oh, but leave him to develop. Brother, we got points to put on the board. I don't give a fuck. Like, if he was to come on now, that's an extra goal threat and it's extra legs and intensity in midfield. That is a change. That is exciting. That you can look forward to and be like, yo, we're bringing Andres Santos off the bench. Like, we're bringing something different to the table. Let's see what Villa could do with this. But we don't have these options. So it is what it is. We have to make do with what we have now. But I don't give a damn, I'll be honest, about no one else's club but mine. So I don't care. That is what needed to be done. That is how you maximize from moments and positions like this that we find ourselves in. It's very important. There's a lot of games in the Premier League that are going to be tight. You have to be able to weave through that and get out the other side with points in these 50-50 games. This is a very 50-50 game, maybe even a 55-60-40 for Villa or whatever in the second half. But it's in the balance enough where we could win if we do the right things, if we have the right things on the bench. It's momentum swing, you know. We could easily swing it back in our favour, but let's see. Here's Neto. Right side, Palmer's there. Give it to him. Good. Just take a shot. Oh, it's wide. Well wide. Got to hit the target, Palmer. Got to hit the target. Minimum. I think he's trying to bend it around Konza. He's not put enough bend on it. Yeah, the game's there for the taking, bro, 100%. The game is there for the taking. It's there for both teams. Villa make the right changes, they'll win the game. If we were to make the right changes, we could win the game. The game is there. The game is there. It's a Premier League game, and it's competitive, and it's got intensity, and it's got a lot of intricate things going on in it, and it's fascinating from a neutral standpoint. I'm sure you're very entertained. It's a very good Premier League game. Very good Premier League game this is. But for us, there's 3 points, but there's also 0. I don't know which way it's going to go, but yeah, it's all options available. Let's see. Who's he bringing on? Madueke is injured. Don't bother with that one. Who's he bringing on? Is Sancho going to come on? Is he going to bring on Tyreek George? I don't know. Got a few academy, got a lot of the academy on the bench, actually, to be honest. All of the ones that are really promising, apart from Dyer, and I like Raksaki's cameo in the Conference League, but Dyer seems to be the one that is ahead in terms of everybody's talking about him and the potential. But Dyer's not on the bench. That's the only other one that I'm like, oh, what is the untapped potential there in terms of coming into our midfield and giving us something? And again, this is not by choice, this is by force, because you know what I would want by choice. But when it's by force and we're in this position, I need to look at midfielders that can come in here and give something to this team. Maybe someone from the academy is that person. And if they make mistakes, and so be it. That's what happens. He looks like a very talented young midfielder. Oh shit, that's a mad tackle. That's a booking. That's a booking. That's a booking. Palmer has been shocking for months. Now, donkey. That's what super chat. Yeah, he's been poor. He's been poor. He's in bad form, but what can you do? There's nothing, you know. There's no consequence for that. That's why I don't really like. Obviously, I'll say it. No, but I don't care. You know, it's facts. But what are you gonna do about it? It's like someone says, like, what are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Cool. You know what I mean? Like, what's the solution? There is none. There's no solution. The solution is hope it stops. That's it. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. So I'd rather talk about more at length what is going poorly and something can be done, because that's where we could start to talk about solutions and resolutions. But if there's no solution and there's no resolution, then what can you do? Unless some of you believe we actually can drop him. But yeah, I would not really agree. Not with the state of this team right now. Freedom Man is coming on. Is that what you lot are calling him now? Freedom Man? That is crazy. Man, I'm gonna call him the Freedom Fighter. Freedom Fighter is coming on. Freedom Fighter. Get me a lighter, fam. You know what I mean? Freedom Fighter, get me a lighter is coming on. Yeah? Let's smoke some fools today, fam. I need a Sancho winner. Sancho-Lini winner. Let's do this. Rise, brother, please. So Flex can stop yapping in my ears about this player every single post-match. Man's commenting and tagging me in every single Sancho post. I'm tired of this shit, Robbie. I actually need Sancho to seriously improve. Not because I said what I said about him being the best left winger in the league at the time. I've already accepted that was a horrible lapse of judgment. Yeah? I just need the player for himself, because if you don't work out, what's next for you? Forget the permanent transfer, 25 million. I'm never going to sit here and tell you that 20 million to 25 million is extortionate for a player like Sancho. I'm never going to say that. If his career goes to pot, then, hey, whatever. But it's for a talent that we've seen in real life at Dortmund. I'm never going to say that level of money in today's economy is robbery. But it could be pointless. It could be a waste if he doesn't do anything. You know, that's for sure. I've seen that money allocated on unknown players that I have never even watched in my life. So the fact that you have some evidence to bring to the court of being a good player means that there's a certain level of money that you won't drop below. But yeah, you got to do something, man, if you're coming on. Oh, please finish. Please finish. Please. Oh, what a fucking block that was. Oh, Palmer a few months ago puts that in. No doubt about it. Palmer a few months ago is putting that one in. I don't know how, but he's doing it. He's doing it. He's either going around the keeper or he's lobbing him. He's probably lobbing him, you know, because the keeper's come flying out. He's just chipping him and saying, forget all of this nonsense. Look at this ball. Is that Caicedo again? First time chip over the keeper. Fuck all this touch shit. Taking a touch, drag back, shot. Defenders are getting back on the goal line. Palmer a few months ago is just clipping the keeper, and we're running off into the distance with a cold celebration, and that's it. That is a mark of confidence dropping in a player, because if he was confident, he would have lobbed him. He would have lobbed him. But because he's not confident, he's overthinking it. He's thinking, I got to take a touch. I got to set myself. I got to do this, that, the third. And the whole chance is gone. Fuck, man. That is the definition of a player's confidence dropping right there. Like, that is... Oh, he did too much, bro. He did way too much. All he had to do is lift it. I've seen him do it countless times. He's lifted it over the keeper loads of times. Loads. Just needed to lift it. The keeper was gone. In no man's land. Man was Narnia, fam. Gone. Another universe. He was out of this world. And he's just, I don't even know what he's trying to do. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's not worked out. Watkins is coming off. Rodgers is coming off. Villa are making a double sub. We could have won the game there. Oh, we could have won the game there. I feel like that is... I don't know if we're going to get a better chance than that. I'll be honest. Especially with who it's fallen to as well. If you want a chance to fall to someone, you're picking Palmer. Even in this poor form, you're picking him. Because who else are you going to pick in this front line? That is, yeah, I don't know, man. That might have been the moment. That might have been the moment. That was good. I could see the whole goal. The whole goal empty. Nobody guarding it. Fuck, man. Enzo Fernandez. He's put himself about today. Really, really good performance. Honestly. The man has put in a shift. Real shift. Man in the match. He's got a goal. Well, our man in the match. I'm not even thinking about Villa players. I don't even know if who they would put up. Right, Sancho's on now. Good touch, good control. Good. Nice. Enzo. That's not a fucking opportunity to shoot, bro. You didn't set yourself, man. Come on. It's far too tame. I need a lot. I need a Palmer winner. I need a Sancho winner. I need a winner. Because a draw, we still got a pulse with a draw. You know, a draw is, we're breathing, but we're hardly saved with a draw. You know, we're hardly alive. We're pulse. We got pulse. We got 2 favorable games after this. Cool, but this is a, you know, it's an opportunity to kind of reclaim some of the points lost. That's how I see this game. Reclaim the points lost, because a lot of points have been lost. And there's a certain points tally that we need to hit, and we don't really even need to worry about other teams. You need about 65 points. We know this. You need about 66, 67, 68. That's what you need. So how are we going to get to that tally? And it's games like this where let's win the game. Let's get to, we need to hurry up. We need to hurry up, man, with these points. Need to hurry up. Mid 60s. No, I didn't expect us to win. Of course not. I said we'd lose. But hey, we're here now. We're here and we're level. So let's try and win the game. Let's try and win the game. I didn't say we'd lose because I didn't say it was okay to lose. I said we'd lose because we've been poor. But we've actually come with a new plan today, And it's worked for the majority, apart from a few things where, oh my God, that was good defending. You know, what I predict and what I want is two different things, people. And when I'm watching a football game, which is finally in the balance, and there is an opportunity to win, I want to win. I want to win. It's in my blood. Winning. It should be in your blood as well. Unless you have, I don't know, if you're Group A and you've been given Group B blood, that's actually quite dangerous. You know what I mean? Some of you man sound like you got different blood from someone else, bruv. You got some Spursy blood in you, fam? Huh? Which blood was you given, bruv? You know what I mean? Some of you man have been given the wrong blood, and that's some dangerous shit. My blood group is B. Blue, fam. I don't know what kind of blood you man have got, some of you, asking me about it. I want to win the game. Do you not want to win the game? Do you not want to win the game? We've lost so many games recently. It's 2 wins in the last 9. I would like to win a game. I don't care if I expected the win or not. I want to win the damn game. That's what the Chelsea are meant to do, mate. Go and win games. Oh, man's a crip. Some of you are bloods. Listen, if we draw, we draw. We draw. But yeah, I think we had something here today. We could have done something. But hey, let's not lose. Let's see what happens. It's in the balance. It's anybody's game. Let's see what happens. Rashford, I didn't like that cross. I didn't like that fucking cross one bit, and it's still in the box. That was disgusting. That was crazy. That can't happen again. That was an unbelievable delivery. Is that Matson? Who is over there? Bailey. Yeah, Bailey. Brother's falling over himself. Yeah, of course. Of course. Are you a blood or a crip? Unfortunately, football and the Champions League fight doesn't care if you got a point in a game where a point is not a bad result because you lost in games where you should have won. So when you lose in games you should win, you got to make up for it with winning some games you shouldn't expect to win, or you didn't expect to win. Not shouldn't, didn't expect to win. And because you can't lose them all, you can't draw them all, you got to win. So yeah, in isolation, a point at Villa Park for a top 4 fight is not a bad result. But when you've lost to Ipswich, it is. or it could be a problem. So my ethos is rack up as many points as quickly as possible. I don't really care who it's against. I don't care. Every game, we need to win. And if you do that, you won't have a problem. If you start saying, oh, we'll take this, and then when you take it here, and then you get something somewhere else that you didn't expect, and you get a slap in the face, then that's where you're at a deficit. So I ain't got time for that. We're at a big enough deficit as it is. Drop-off has been alarming. We need results. We need wins. What is Rashford doing right now? Rashford, you need to chill. You need to damn well chill, because I don't know where you're going. You know what we should be thinking about is the away fans. The man them that had to travel to Brighton twice in 1 week and got damaged. They deserve a late winner and limbs. That's what they deserve. I'm thinking about them. They went to Brighton back to back and got damaged. Emotional damage. Yeah? Emotional damage. They deserve limbs in the away end. They deserve limbs. Late winner and limbs. That's what they deserve. And that's what they should get. That's what they deserve. I'm thinking about those people. Ooh. If you only do what is expected of you, you will never achieve any greatness. Remember that quote. I don't even know if it's good, but it's a quote anyway. Take it. You know what I mean? Doing what is expected of you, you're not doing enough. Maybe that sounds better. Take that one as well. Take that one. That should be a quote in Cobham. They should write that shit on the wall. If you're doing what is expected of you, you are not doing enough. Write that quote in Cobham and put it on the wall. Yeah? Put that shit on the wall. That is inspirational. I've done more than this rugby coach that came in a couple of days ago, or a week ago. I bet he ain't said no shit like that. I bet that rugby coach ain't said nothing inspiring yet. He ain't said no shit like that. I'm telling you. They should hire me, fam. Now I'll be a real brown envelope, because then I'll actually have a job at Chelsea, you know what I mean? You should really look, that's an unbelievable quote, you know. If you do what is expected of you, you're not doing enough. Wow. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of myself there. I bet somebody said that before and I'm just stealing it. Listen, we've spoken about Gusto. Gusto could have been hooked like half an hour ago. I don't really know how he's still here, but hey, Achimpong. Oh! Gusto! Oh, Gusto, get off the pitch. I've just seen it. Oh my God. I thought you lot were being dramatic. What the fuck was that? Oh my God. Get this man off the pitch, fam. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's just killed the whole attack. Man has just sent a bullet right through the attack and shot up everybody. Oh my God. What in the world? He's not even pressured and he's just passed out of play. I don't understand. I could count about 4 or 5 times in this game. He's just given the ball away for no reason. If you're pressed, I understand. But he hasn't even been pressed. He's just given the ball away. Why? 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 Oh, I don't get it. He's gonna make me honest. He's honestly gonna make me cry in a minute because I'm a big backer of his because I saw what I saw last season, but this season has just been, it's been something. Oh, it's been something. Look at this space for Rashford, man. Fuck. Oh my God, Malin, what a save! Well done, Jorgensen. Well done, Jorgensen. Well done. You stay in goal for the next game. You stay in goal for Southampton on Tuesday. Rashford's had a lot of opportunities to run at us, and it's not good. Because that is him at his very best, is running at us. And him in general, you know, transition forward, making those long runs. It's not what you want. It's not crazy intelligent to have that happen time and time again, almost asking for a problem. Rashford, cut back. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, my fucking God! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The ball has gone under him. Yeah, this is a fucking catastrophe now. Oh my God. I just said you're having a good game. You've made some big saves and the ball has gone under him. This is a fucking disaster. This is an absolute fucking disaster. You know, sometimes you just have to sit here and think, is your life really real? Is it really as real as it is? Because we must not be in the real world right now. This cannot be reality. This has to be a dream, you know? There's no way they've dragged us all the way to the end of the game to kill us like this. I'm lost for words. Genuinely, I'm lost for words. Oh, wow. Oh. Fuck, man. Fuck. Fuckety, 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 fuck. Fuckety, fuckety, fuck. Fuck. Yeah, this is not good. Fuck, this is not good. This is not good, man. I tell you, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm really. That one hurts. That one really fucking hurts. It does, because you're just. This is why I say, man, you just got to have a mentality of winning, because when you don't want to win, when you risk taking a point, you fucking lose, man. You fucking lose, guys. When you risk not winning, you ask for losses, because this game was in the balance. I said it time and time again. Who wants to win? And we're going into our shell and we're getting a bit nervous. We're dropping in and we don't really, and we're just asking for it. That's it. We're asking for it, guys. And it's just inevitable. Look at the fucking state. How many times am I going to see Rashford running down this left-hand side? He's in behind. Look at you doing the splits. You're stripping, Gusto. You're stripping. You're pole dancing. He should have come off earlier, man. Fucking hell, Moresco. How have you not seen this fucking performance? He's been doing this for half an hour. Take him off. How many more times is this guy going to strip tease? No one's throwing dollar bills your way, man. What? How many times? It's not even funny. It's beyond laughable. Brother is that vanilla unicorn, fam. He is stripping. He is stripping. And people are asking, put your clothes back on. Please. We've seen enough. Put your clothes, layer up. It's cold. We don't want to see you. And he's still stripping. People are leaving the club. People are leaving the club. And he's still on the pole. It's crazy. I can't believe this. All of us with 2 brain cells to put together have said for the longest, this brother is stinky right now. Like, second half has just been a fall from grace. Even the first half, he was making defensive problems. But at least he was getting up the pitch and creating a different dynamic. Second half has just been absolutely, it's just been awful. Why aren't you taking him off? You've played Achampong before. You said he was the best player on the pitch against Palace. Why can't you bring him on? Move Jay. Why do something? How many more times? Rashford's fresh. He's just come on. He's been alert. He's been alert. He's been busy. He's a busy bee. Of course he's going to sting you. When are you going to do something? Has he run out of substitutions, or is it just me? How many substitutions have we made? We've made 2. We have 3 more. We have 3 more subs. This is a horror performance from him. Obviously, there's others, and Jorgensen's SofaScore rating has plummeted. Absolutely plummeted. This brother's SofaScore rating has plummeted. I can't even speak. Man said plummeted. You know what I mean? It's dropped off, yeah? It's a fucking red score now, yeah? It was a green, a nice red. That's what it is. But this Gusto here, it's always been it's always been at least orange, fam, yeah? A nice red as well. But that shit was orange when we were winning. If you don't even know what to do, just get an app on your phone and watch the scores. Just watch the SofaScores. Man, them do it all the time. They don't even watch the football matches. They just got the notifications on and they're looking at the SofaScore. The manager has got to start using SofaScore. And this ain't sponsored. Fuck that shit. I'm just being serious now. You can see everything on there. The statistics are there. Other apps are available. You can see it. Do you know what's mad? He's actually on the same flank as him. I'm pretty sure he's standing on the same side Gusto's playing on. Or am I bugging? So why are you not seeing the mistakes? He's getting cooked. He was getting cooked in the first half. He's getting cooked in the second half. For the first goal, it's him at the back post. Rashford's cooking him. What are we going to do about it? Nothing? I feel sorry for some of these players. I feel sorry for Enzo Fernandez. I feel sorry for Pedro Neto. I feel sorry for Caicedo. I think that's it. But I feel sorry for them. Because they don't deserve this. Today, Neto deserves it for the season, I'll be honest. But today, he doesn't deserve it. We're going to lose again. And this is what I'm saying, guys. The mentality is fucked. The fact that Mandem are saying, when you've watched this game, we don't expect to do it anyway, I'll take a point. Take what? Man said take that? What do you mean take a point? Come on. Where's the appetite for winning gone? Are you not hungry? Man, that's just spoon-feed wins down your throat now. You don't want to win. And I'm not blaming you because everyone here is irrelevant. We're all irrelevant to the grand scheme. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like we're being brainwashed into thinking that we can't win this game when we're watching the game. Before the game, fine. We're watching the game. We can win the game. Win the fucking game. Let's go and win the game. Go and win the fucking game. If you try and win the game, I can understand if you lose it. But when you're starting to just back off and it's just poor, man. It's just poor. Now he's standing with his hands on his hips. Oh, fuck me. Look at Emery with his hair and... Oh, fuck you. We're going to fucking lose, man. We can't keep... I don't need to tell you, bruv. You know it. You know the score, bruv. We can't keep losing. We can't keep losing all these games. And the next two games are NA because they're against shit teams. And if we don't beat them, then that's a different conversation. But these losses are adding up. They're adding up fast. And there's we're not capitalizing. We're not. The game's done. I can't believe we've just lost that game. I can't believe we've just lost that game. I can't believe we've just... You know what? I think last week was different because we just lost because we were shit. And we knew we would lose because it was obvious by like minute 55. So we could be calm. But today, you've led us astray. You've catfished us. Today, you've catfished us. I feel catfished. I feel like I've texted. For 60, 70, 80 minutes, I've been texting. And now we link up. 90th minute. Clapped. And now I'm emotionally involved and invested because we did all the talking. 60, 70 minutes, we were all talking about the system and the changes and how invigorating and inspiring. And we now know each other. Now we're invested. But now I've turned up. 90th minute. It's not what it was. I feel violated today. I really do. Because I've sat here and I've really tried to get on board. I said we'd lose this game and I was like, yo, I might be wrong. We're in it. We're competitive. I was starting to get invested. I'm talking like I used to. Tactics and now these men they spit in my face. 90th minute, you spit in my face. That's what happened. You literally spit in my face today. I've been led astray. I've been led down a dark road. It's crazy. This is a violation, This is a real violation of our trust. It is. That's how I'm taking this. This is a real violation of our trust. Wow. 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 We've lost. Again. We've lost again. And now we've brought Villa back into the race. They had to win. We had to win. Or some people say not lose, but we've brought Villa back into the race. Today we said, the door is open. Here's the key. The door was locked. They were knocking. Ringing the doorbell. The doorbell doesn't work. They're knocking again. Nottingham Forest, they didn't open the door. Man City, they didn't open the door. Bournemouth, they're looking out the window after losing to Wolves. They said, who's outside? Who's outside the door? Is it Aston Villa? Who's outside the door? Today, Chelsea, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Come on in, bitches. Come on in. Welcome. Good to see you, Aston Villa. Come on in, man. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Fuck off, man. It's crazy. Like, I just don't understand. Why are we like this? We're too welcoming. We're too homely. Everybody can come in. Everybody can come in the house. This is meant to be a family of Champions League teams. It's one family. It's not open for everyone. It's a family, a tight-knit group. And we just said, yo, come into the yard. You're a stranger? Come into the yard. Don't even take your shoes off. Fuck it. Just step in. Just step in. Step in. Just step in. I haven't even updated the score. Sorry. That will be the last thing I do because I'm leaving. There you go. Fuck me, man. We're fucking idiots. I swear to God, we are fucking idiots. That's what we are. That's how we are fucking idiots. Yeah? It's the best way to describe us. We're stupid. We're incapable of doing. We're just stupid. We're just hella dumb. We just cannot. We can't manage games. We cannot manage a football match and see it out. We can't manage. We can't control. We're just so dumb. We're just so dumb. So with that, let that be the last thing I say. Well, because that's a polite way of saying it. We're just stupid. So let's just take our stupid selves out of here and leave. Because we're just too stupid. Let's just leave. We're idiots. Bye-bye. Dumb. Stupid people. Just...